This is row one, seat one.
Well, this is nice. When did we start doing this? Nobody told me about this. I thought everything sucked now. Do you have a card?
You get COVID? It's over. COVID said, oh, I see you having a good season. It'd be a shame if I knocked over the microphone for those listening and not watching the video.
If he dies, he dies.
He dies. He dies.
Oh, there is no one on that Broncos team that I love more right now than Von Miller. That man is an absolute goddamn legend. He could come into my house and fuck my wife, and I would say, thank you very much, sir.
Man to man, I don't know.
The mayor of New Orleans basically came out twirling the umbrella like, fuck Drew Brees and his wife.
You damn kid!
Walk, walk.
I love the fuck Drew Brees and his wife twirling the umbrella. That's one of my favorite Seanisms. That and Bok Bok, obviously. Dude. I think Bok Bok wins the day.
Because it's the oldest.
It is.
No, that was like my earliest rant.
That was. Yeah.
I was just so sick of people talking about Seattle. Like, they're coming. Like, and I was like, and before like every game they used to like release a Seahawk, and I had no idea like the noise it made. So I was like, I had to find on the stadium going bark, 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 bark. No idea.
Yes, Rob. How about them Broncos? We will get into my Broncos as the show goes on. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, thank you for joining us. This is Row One, Seat One. I am your host, Joey Fats. With me, as always, Mr. Sean Betancourt and Plizzy. Thank you all. It's another glorious Tuesday evening, a wonderfully, unseasonably warm November Tuesday.
Yeah.
Can't wait to hit the links tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
We got to get up early tomorrow. We got to get very early because we got to be on the Cape for 9:15 tea time. I don't know who fucking picked 9:15 for a tea time.
Probably you.
In the fucking second week of November. Nick. Jesus. I don't like waking up early, but apparently Nick does like getting up at the ass crack of dawn for no fucking apparent reason.
Especially on the last of our 4 days off.
Seriously.
Like, I want to sleep in a bit.
Bruh.
Maybe, hit sunrise at maybe 11:30, go to mom's, chill, drink.
I mean, at least, look, we're playing so fucking early, we'll still be able to hit sunrise by 11:30.
Yep.
Just, we'll have already been up. So, whatever.
Thank you.
Is what it is. We got an action-packed 2 hours, just loaded conversation.
Got tons of shit tonight.
I don't even think we're going to get it all in.
We got a lot to get to, so let's get to it. 774-992-8702 is the phone number. Whoever was just calling us, give me a minute. Hold up. You got to give me a second to get this thing off the ground here, whoever you were. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but
it's Odell.
Ho up. We will get into Odell Beckham. Where is he going? We will get into Aaron Rodgers. Oh, I didn't even change the fucking thing in the bottom.
Wow,
I'm such
what a
an
piece
asshole.
of shit. No, I update it on the, if you are following us on Row 1 Facebook page, I update the comment section and pin the topic.
Yeah, it's just going to look, it's going to look like shit here for a second. But, we'll get into A-Rod, we'll get into COVID, we'll get into the Broncos upsetting the Cowboys.
Big upset.
How about them boys?
How about them boys?
Big
I was here for the glory hole days. I want to be here for the glory hole days again.
Dude, if it wasn't for 2 garbage time touchdowns by Dak, what do you have, 70 yards for the first 3 quarters?
Yeah, it was that oh, shit, we got to hurry up, and now everything's all of a sudden working. Like, where the fuck was this the whole game?
I'm really surprised they didn't consider putting in Cooper Rush.
I know, right? That
would
have been
Jesus,
awesome.
like he's playing. He had 50 yards to the first half, and everyone was like, the offense is just not moving. They go on the field, and they just fall down.
I mean, to Dak's, to give credit to him, I mean, where was the O-line? They broke down. I think Dak was rushed more times in that game than he has been all season combined. I
don't know. I think that game was just terribly coached from the Dallas point of view. I mean, Joey is obviously the biggest Broncos fan of all time.
Duh.
And the whole game, I would see Joey make comments like, I wish Teddy Bridgewater would just die in the field right now. And they were winning.
I know.
But he was here.
I was. And Joey's just like, fuck, I got Legatron. Why are they kicking the field goal? And I'm like, why? Like, he was seemingly, rooting for the Cowboys. I'm like, is Joey going for, draft pick year?
Yes.
Is that what he's going for?
Yes.
And then he's like, yeah, I got Legatron on my fantasy. And I'm like, so you're still rooting against your team because you have your fantasy kicker, not even a quarterback or running back, somebody who's going to get you points.
You have to understand his mindset because I was there last year. I was like, if we lose this next game, just I hope they lose out the rest because it's going to just give us better draft stock. And then we have money to spend in free agency. And look, that's what happens. You go out, they need a quarterback. They have a plethora of young offensive talent. They have a good, solid core defensively. I don't want to talk about Von Miller yet. And they're going to go out and try to go after Aaron Rodgers. That's the smallest, biggest secret in the NFL is that they want him.
Right, and with a high draft pick, they can give him a nice rookie weapon coming in or something like that.
Well, he's going to have plenty of weapons between Jerry Jeudy, Noah Fant, Cortland Sutton,
Tim Patrick.
Alberto, Tim Patrick, who Tim Patrick kind of stole the show on Sunday.
Big time.
But he was sitting there with me. He was watching the game with me, and I'm like, every time the Broncos do something good, I'm like, I want to be happy, but fuck! Like, all right, Jesus Christ, who's hold on.
I feel like this happens a lot.
No, it's an old phone.
Joey Fast Radio, row 1, seat 1.
Wait.
Oh, almost there.
Hello?
Oh, I'm here.
Hi.
I'm doing great so far. I'm Frankie McDonald.
Hi, Frankie.
Frankie McDonald, the Frankie McDonald?
Yes, I'm Frankie McDonald.
Frankie McDonald from Nova Scotia.
I'm doing great so far.
Frankie, wait, you hold on. This is a surprise to me. This is the Frankie McDonald from Nova Scotia. The Facebook famous Frankie McDonald.
I'm a world famous, and I got 111.8 million views
Wow.
on one of my TikTok videos.
Hold up. This is Frankie, this is an honor
Huge
to have
fans.
you on. We are tremendous fans.
Nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you too, Frankie.
I'm doing great so far. I made it.
Frankie, hell yeah, you made it, Frankie. Frankie, do you realize how big of a star you are?
Gigantic star.
I'm a gigantic star.
Absolutely.
So, to those of you who don't know, Frankie McDonald is Frankie McDonald. Frankie McDonald gives you the weather updates.
One of the best weathermen.
He's the best weatherman on Facebook, the best weatherman in the Eastern Hemisphere, for Christ's sake. Frankie, how's the weather up in Nova Scotia?
Eastern Hemisphere is like Japan. Western Hemisphere is like Canada and the United States.
Oh, well, that's very good. He just had that right off top.
He knows, man. My boy knows. Frankie knows. Frankie, so what's going on, Frankie? What brings you to the show tonight?
That guy contacted me earlier, and I just checking Facebook messages.
So somebody told you about our show, and you decided to call in.
Yes.
Frankie,
Fantastic.
Frankie, that
Thank
is
you,
awesome.
Frankie. Thank you very much, man.
Frankie friggin' McDonald, brother. This is unbelievable.
Frankie, we were just watching some of your videos earlier today.
Yes, and one of my posts that I love the people, including women, white, black, and others.
Absolutely. Did you make any videos today?
I just did a Winnipeg forecast major blizzard video for Thursday.
For Thursday. Where's the blizzard?
In Winnipeg, Manitoba, Brandon, Manitoba, and Dolphin, Manitoba, and they contacted me.
Oh, where's Manitoba?
Manitoba's in Canada, bro. That's like West Canada.
Yeah, I'm trying to think like where. Oh.
So, how's the weather up in Nova Scotia?
Manitoba's in central Canada.
Yeah, how's the weather in Nova Scotia right now?
It's going to rain tomorrow in Sydney, Nova Scotia. It's going to rain in Vancouver, British Columbia, and Winnipeg's getting the blizzard Thursday.
Oh man.
Damn.
He's on top.
Frankie, can we get a blizzard siren warning?
Tornado warning goes.
Excellent.
That is absolutely perfect, Frankie. Perfect.
Yeah, Frankie. I mean, it's
Frankie.
I got a lot of people out there.
Hell yeah, you do, Frankie.
Yeah.
Listen, Frankie, man, brother, you are one of our
and the
favorite
people
follows.
love me so much, including
we definitely love watching your videos, Frankie. We think
including women. Doesn't matter white, black, or others.
Right. We want to include everybody.
Everybody's included, brother. This is Frankie McDonald, baby.
Hey, Frankie, how's your action figure? Do you still have it?
It's sold, according to Ben Campbell. He lives in Big Spring, Texas.
Somebody bought
you
it.
can get a copy of my book at Barnes and Noble bookstore. Just ask the sales clerk to order a copy of my book.
Okay, I didn't know you had a book, Frankie.
That's fantastic.
Frankie, I will have your book within a week and a half. Believe that.
And I got another news for you. My bobbleheads are on National Bobbleheads Hall of Fame.
Oh, he's got bobbleheads too.
You got bobble. Oh
yeah.
Man, Frankie, I'm gonna have your action figure and your bobblehead sitting behind me on the show.
Yeah, thank you.
Very shortly.
Yeah. Especially for calling in, you get some prime real estate on the show. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, Frankie, I appreciate you calling in, man. This has been a very unexpected.
It's my social media.
And
my Twitter is at Frankie McGee. My Facebook is Frankie McDowell, and my Facebook fan page is Frankie McDowell.
Oh yeah, Frankie, we follow you
my
on
Instagram
all of them.
is Frankie McGee 1984. My TikTok is Frankie McDowell 1984. My Clapper is Frankie McDowell 1984. And my Snapchat is Frankie McDonald. Frankie MacDonald. My LinkedIn is Frankie McDonald. My Twitch is Frankie McDonald 98 for my YouTube channel is Dogs and Wolves.
Frankie, we're gonna spam the hell out of your social media accounts for you, brother. We got a couple thousand viewers that watch every single week, so we'll make sure everybody knows who Frankie McDonald is, buddy. Thank you for the call.
Yes, Frankie. Hey, call us back next week, buddy.
Yes, on the phone.
Yes, call us on the phone.
Frank, you call me anytime, brother.
Best of luck. I'm Frankie McDonald.
All right, thank you, Frankie.
Thanks for the call, buddy.
Thanks, Frankie. Take care.
All right, for now.
Bye now.
Wow.
I swear to God, if that was like a soundboard, I'm gonna be so mad because like that.
How could you be a sound?
He
responded
dude.
so fast.
Well, I'm just saying, like, was that
no?
really
He's in the chat.
Frankie
He was in the
right
chat
now.
room. That's legit, Frankie McDonald, brother.
Yeah.
Keith, brother, I gotta tip my hat to you, bro. I gotta tip my hat to Keith. That's all, dude. That's hilarious,
bro. Frankie McDonald
I
just
know.
called our show on. We didn't have. That's awesome.
Dude, I can't
Fucking
believe it.
Frankie McDonald, bro.
I know, dude. I love that kid.
Holy shit! Who won't we have on this show?
Dude, anybody.
James
I hope he
Bond.
calls again.
That was awesome.
I hope he calls us next week.
Frankie freaking McDonald, brother. That
Well,
was
start the show with a bang.
what a treat.
Celebrity
what
caller.
an unexpected treat. I did not do that. That was not me.
Yep.
I did not ask him. He apparently heard about the show through somebody, and he got told to contact us. So that unbelievable, awesome. Love Frankie McDonald.
Frankie, a public figure, 80,000 followers on just his Facebook.
Frankie freaking McDonald just called the show.
That's pretty incredible.
That is awesome. Awesome. All right. So anyway. Shit, how the hell do we follow that? God damn, we had all this stuff queued up, ready to go, and
I know that
Frankie McDonald
comes
comes and just steals the show in the first 30 seconds.
I love
Damn.
it. Yeah.
Well, we have a ton of topics to get it back on track. I mean, where do you want to start off
So
with?
let's see. So we've got Odell, we've got the Patriots, we've got the
Rodgers.
Broncos upsetting the Cowboys. We'll get to all of that. But most importantly, guys, and make sure everybody goes and clicks on Frankie McDonald's.
Dude, we didn't even ask him what his favorite football team was.
Patriots.
Make sure you click on his thing and click follow. I just did. Make sure we follow him. So give him a follow. He's an absolutely outstanding follow. But we've got that. We've got the Cardinals.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of shit going on in the NFL. We'll get into a little bit of NASCAR. Just a touch.
Yeah,
because we got to acknowledge the fact that Kyle Larson.
Who was the guy that spun around and nosed him up and backed him up and then pulled off?
Well, that was
got all
Alex
pissed?
Bowman and Denny Hamlin.
Yeah,
a week
I saw
ago.
something. I didn't watch any of it. I don't know.
But Kyle Larson won the championship, so we've got that.
Oh no shit.
We got the Bears getting absolutely jobbed last night. We've got
Don't
video
even
evidence.
tell
I
me.
am
But
rip shit about
Dude.
that.
first
Crazy.
things first, before we get into the Broncos and Odell and the Cowboys and all this other stuff, we got to start off with the Aaron Rodgers thing because the Aaron Rodgers story dominated the ever-loving shit out of everything this past week. It was the single biggest story in sports, and you had everybody from Mike Florio to Phil Simms to Terry Bradshaw basically just ripping Aaron Rodgers to shreds because he didn't get vaccinated. And this has kind of become a point of contention. And again, this isn't a political thing. This isn't, we're not taking sides here. We're not saying this side, left or right, conservative, Democrat, whatever that's not what this, that's not what this conversation is going to be about. What this conversation is going to be about is about what Aaron Rodgers said and what's happening. Okay, so Aaron Rodgers, if you missed it last Tuesday, came out on the Pat McAfee show.
Yeah.
When he tested positive for COVID. Came out on the Pat McAfee show and basically said, yeah, I told everybody I was immunized. And that was that. Turns out he caught COVID. And it came out that he was not vaccinated.
Right. The way that the mainstream media wants you to be.
Well, that's exactly the problem here.
I think we do have the whole video.
We do, but we're not going to. It was like 6 minutes long, and I don't.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was going to try to cut it up, but I think everybody's probably. If you haven't heard it.
The main talking points.
Yeah, if you haven't heard it by now, you haven't heard it.
I watched it the other day.
Let's take a quick listen. All right, so how do we want to preface this? Aaron Rodgers comes out. He tests positive for COVID. He's inactive for the game against the Chiefs on this past Sunday.
Yes. Right.
Which the Green Bay Packers would have won handily.
Yeah.
Had he played.
Yeah. Save the Chiefs season.
For now.
Yep.
For now. The Chiefs season is not saved. It's just they're delaying the inevitable.
One more little breath.
Yeah. Because like Sean and I have been saying for the last 2.5 years, Pat Mahomes is going to come back down to earth. He's not going to throw 7,000 touchdowns. He's not going to have an 8,000-yard season. None of that shit's going to happen. All those cutesy little left-hand dipsy-do throws, there's a time when that shit works, and then there's a time when that shit doesn't. Is Pat Mahomes not lining up to be like a spitting image of the next Brett Favre?
Well,
like
yeah.
wins a Super Bowl in his first like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, was it 3?
You know, with all these crazy plays and oh my God, how did he do that? And then it'll just be like soul-crushing interceptions in big spots from here on out.
Like 10 years of mediocrity.
But if you told Chiefs fans when they drafted him, hey, he's going to be the next Brett Favre, Chiefs fans would be like, Conor McGregor, sign me up. They don't care.
Like, that's me, boy.
Yeah, they'll be like, we'll take a throw up.
I mean, it's not exactly like an insult saying, hey, this guy's going to be the next Brett Favre.
No, not by any means. I mean, like, he's got an excellent arm, but how many Chiefs fans, like, well, I know a ton of Chiefs fans from Twitter now because now I've become, like, friends with a bunch of people because I'm a psycho. But there are so many Chiefs fans who are diehards who are just like, he needs to pull his head out of his ass, and all he does is, like, they want him to kind of reel that shit back in. Like, oh, that was really cool in the beginning. Teams are really catching up with that shit. They're like, okay, if he runs out of the pocket, he's gonna sidearm it, and he doesn't have to, and that's what he does. And the guys just bat it down or kick it or whatever they do, and they knock it down.
They got like the Jordan defense, where they're just like sticking their foot out, and they're like, yeah.
Yep.
Could you imagine how terrible it would be if Carson Wentz tried to do Patrick Mahomes shit? Sorry, I'm not. I'm not trying to go off on a topic on that, but I'm just.
You know, we know what that would be like. It would be the Titans game 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I was saying it would result in 14 points on 2 passes for the defense.
Yeah, which is exactly what we saw in Indy against the Titans.
And Baltimore too. I don't know if Baltimore was 6, but I know he did.
No, Baltimore. I don't think they ended up scoring on that drive.
No, not on that play anyway.
Off that. Yes, those little like left-handed. But that's the thing. So, all right. So, where were we? All right. So,
Mahomes
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Mahomes comes back to earth. Aaron Rodgers doesn't play against the Chiefs on Sunday because he was, in fact, COVID positive, and he told everybody he was immunized. And by everybody, I mean the media. And this is where this story goes off the fucking rails because if you really listen to what Aaron Rodgers says, right? And Aaron Rodgers is not a knee-jerk, uneducated. He's not Colin Kaepernick, let's put it that way. Colin Kaepernick is the kind of guy to go out and say something and have no real points, really just kind of like, well, you know, I said, you know, this, that, and, you know, Cuba's got a great, you know, literacy record for kids, and Cuba's really great, and, you know, all cops are racist pigs, and I'm going to put the pig socks on. And then he just basically lets everybody else do the talking for him after that. Like, when was the last time you actually heard Colin Kaepernick make a statement?
It's been a while, and I still haven't watched that documentary yet. I'm not going to.
I'm not
I
watching
passed it a couple times last night.
I'm not going to watch it, and it's tanking on Netflix. So
it's absolute trash, dude. There's no reason to watch it.
Right.
Here's what happens in that documentary. Are you white? Yes. You're evil. You need to kill yourself.
But even like I know we touched on it last week, and I don't want to beat a dead horse, but Tiki Barber, Rondé Barber, Michael Strahan,
right, coming out.
They're like, dog. 2 weeks ago, you were just complaining that you want to bring a team to a Super Bowl. This documentary comes out saying that everyone's racist that plays in the NFL, and if you actually are an African American athlete playing in the NFL, you're a slave.
Sure, a slave. Yeah.
And then after the documentary comes out, you say, I'm still ready to go back and play in the NFL. Like, which side is it?
I want to be a slave, but the kind that gets paid handsomely.
Yeah. But fuck slavery.
Yeah, he made a. It was just a mess.
Everybody who plays in the NFL is a slave. Please, sir, let me be a slave.
Yeah, no shit.
I want your millions of dollars.
Yeah, that's the kind of slave I'd like to be.
You sound like the hormone monster for Nick and F is for.
I just went with Gremlins.
Big Mouth. You know, like the Coach Steve hormone monster.
I never really got into Big Mouth. See, I'm stuck.
Me neither, dude. He talks about it all the time.
New episodes on Netflix just came out. Lauren was like, "Oh, let's watch Squid Game." Last night she was like, "You want to watch Squid Games?" I was like, "Yeah, sure. We'll give it a shot. Like, I'll see what it's all about." And she's like, "I'm telling you, after the first episode, it's awesome."
Squid was good. It is.
And then I put on Netflix and I was like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa." There's new episodes of Big Mouth. I was like, yeah, no, we're not watching Squid Game. Fuck you. I made popcorn and watched Big Mouth. But anyway,
I don't want to go to the Big Mouth topic because you're going to be the only one talking about it.
The Aaron Rodgers deal was this. So Aaron Rodgers told people that he was immunized against the disease. He didn't say he was vaccinated.
Right. Correct.
And he explained his stance on the Pat McAfee show last Tuesday when he said, I said I was immunized because there was a witch hunt going on, and there still is. Right? We know the Mike Florios of the world, the Peter Kings of the world, these blowhard fucking losers, these pandering pukes who have no business being in the position that they're in, go after people like Aaron Rodgers because he's not vaccinated, which to them is basically a war crime.
Yeah, right.
I mean, these people, Mike Florio and Peter King are 1,000 times more upset with Aaron Rodgers this week than they are with Henry Ruggs.
Yeah, what does that
And if
tell
that
you?
doesn't tell you everything you need to know about this situation, I'm sorry. Listen, there's a little X in the top right-hand corner of your browser. Click it. Stop listening to the show. I don't care. I don't need – if you're that stupid, click out of the show. This show is for smart people who can think freely only. We don't pander.
It's a discussion.
We don't pander and cater to morons on this show. So if your feelings get hurt, I'm not sorry. I'm not going to say sorry, not sorry, because that fucking phrase needs to get dick down and be gone.
What about sorry?
What's his name on Felger?
Yeah. Felger. Sorry.
Sorry.
I like the BP episode of South Park. We're sorry.
We're sorry.
Yeah.
No, I think sorry, not sorry. Say it louder for the people in the back. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. And I don't know who needs to hear this. Are all like that's 4 statements that get way overused on social media. That if you do use those, I've got a gallon of bleach in my basement. I can lend it to you to chug.
No.
Please, by all means, don't hesitate to call me.
Joey's
that being said,
shit about all those in the show.
Donald Trump said to do it.
That being said,
Jesus.
Donald Trump said to do it. It'll cure COVID. Sean's like, God damn it.
Son of a bitch.
That being said, so the Mike Florios, the Peter Kings of the world,
yes,
they have been conducting a witch hunt against. They've been asking. Remember, everybody. The big question all summer was Tom Brady vaccinated? Did Tom Brady get the shot? Did he? I don't know.
He never said he did.
Because he's I don't know. He's got the TB12 method.
Giselle said he did.
Listen. There's speculation that he did. But then again, we also assumed this entire time that Aaron Rodgers was vaccinated because he said he was immunized. That being said, what Aaron Rodgers did or did not do does not concern anyone outside of Aaron Rodgers. It is not your business. It is not your issue. And this is where the problem lies, is you have people like Mike Florio, Peter King. I'm sure there was other ones. I know I've gone at a bunch of them on Twitter over the last couple of days.
Oh, Stephen A. was very against Aaron Rodgers, too.
Terry Bradshaw.
Yeah,
these fucking boobs who are just towing the company line. Get the shot. Get the shot. Just get the shot. Who 13 months ago were telling you, I'm not putting that shit in my body.
Right.
That shit's going to kill you. I'm not putting it in my body. Donald Trump came up with that. I ain't putting it in my body.
Right.
And Aaron Rodgers said as much. He said that in his interview with Pat McAfee, and I encourage you to go watch it. It was about a 40-minute segment on the Pat McAfee show last Tuesday.
And Pat McAfee was enthralled in that conversation, like stared at his screen like, is he really saying all this on my show right now?
Pat McAfee.
He made national news.
And Pat McAfee is not the type of dude. Pat McAfee's like, dude, like, I don't know, politics, vaccine, like, this ain't my arena, bro.
Fuck that shit.
He's like, I just stay in my lane. But Aaron Rodgers came on his show and said it. So the basis of this whole thing was, when you break it down, no one's mad. Or no one in the media is mad that Aaron Rodgers didn't get vaccinated. They're supposedly mad that they lied. He lied to them about it.
Oh, boo-hoo, bitch.
Because
Taste your own medicine.
The NFL knew about his vaccination status.
They don't care.
The Green Bay Packers, NFL, they knew about his vaccination status. His teammates knew about his vaccination status. The only people that didn't know whether he was vaxxed or not was the mainstream media. And that is why this is such a big deal.
Right.
Because they felt like, it's not that he didn't lie to any of us. He doesn't owe any of us a fucking explanation. He doesn't owe you or I anything.
Nope.
Paul, you're my brother. You're my blood brother. We were raised by the same parents in the same house. I don't care if you are vaccinated or not. It's not my business.
Oh, wow. We're breaking kayfabe? Shit.
What?
No, I'm just...
Oh, no, I don't give a shit.
It doesn't matter. Sean, it doesn't matter. You're one of my best friends. If you're not vaccinated or you are, it's not. First of all, it's not my place.
We've
to
talked
ask.
about this many times. We all have different opinions.
It's
but that's
not my business.
Yes.
Period. End of fucking
but
story.
At the same time, if they say, "Hey, here's the rules we're putting out. If you get vaccinated, you can come back to work earlier." Blah 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 blah. If you don't get vaccinated, there's a different set of rules. Fine.
What rule did Aaron Rodgers break? Because the NFL can't find any that he broke.
Right, he got tested every week or every day or whatever.
The NFL doesn't care. It's Aaron Rodgers.
Right, but the NFL is gone and they've investigated because you know who does care? People like Peter King and people like Mike Florio, who I will say this about. Mike Florio is the biggest fucking bitch in sports media history. And if that motherfucker ever showed his face in front of me, I would backhand the shit out of him for being such a little cunt. I'm not even listen. He's the kind of guy that comes up. He mocks Aaron Rodgers for talking because Aaron Rodgers made a comment about, the woke mob is after me and this is probably might be my last thing before I get canceled or whatever. And Mike Florio said, cancel culture doesn't exist. And then Mike Florio himself goes out and starts harassing State Farm and all these people that endorse Aaron Rodgers. And he's saying, are you going to keep him on board as a spokesman? Mike, that's exactly cancel culture. That's exactly what we're talking about. You fucking boob. You stupid little twerp of a man. You fucking simp. Like, that's all it comes down to. He is. He's a little simp, dude. And that's all these people do. They simp for Fauci and Biden. And they're like, And you could see it. He claims cancel culture doesn't exist, and yet he actively goes out and participates in trying to get a man's livelihood cut off.
Listen, no matter what.
If that's not cancel culture, then I guess we've been talking about two totally different things for the last 10 years.
No matter what side of the political spectrum you're on, if you're Democrat, Republican, if you're independent, whatever spectrum you're on,
I don't care. I've got plenty of friends that are lefts, plenty of friends that are liberals, plenty of friends that are Democrats. Most of my friends and everybody I speak to falls somewhere in the middle with a reasonable outlook.
Yeah,
okay.
exactly.
Even the most hardcore lefties and the most hardcore liberals that I interact with, I can at least tolerate them to a degree where I can say, okay, I can have discourse with you, and what you're saying is wrong and stupid, and we can have that conversation. They'll say the same thing about me. They'll say the same thing about me. They'll sit there and they'll be like, well, you're an idiot. And I'll be like, well, no, I'm not. You operate on emotions. I operate in facts. If the left really operated in science, they say, they always say, trust the science, trust the science. I trust the science. No, you don't trust the science. You trust what your television's telling you. That's not science. You don't go. And we've got a clip of Howard Stern we're going to play in a little bit too about this whole thing.
Howard Stern? I didn't hear this.
Yes. This is one of my favorite fucking things I've ever heard is Howard Stern lecturing people on lack of decency. So I would love to hear from anybody listening. I would love to hear from you. 774-992-8702 on why Aaron Rodgers is in fact an asshole or why Aaron Rodgers is wrong in this situation. I'm dying to hear it. I really am because I haven't yet heard a single person give me a decent reason as to why what Aaron Rodgers did was wrong, other than he lied, which he didn't lie. He omitted the truth. And he omitted the truth because he omitted it because the press was asking for it, and he didn't want to give it to them because it's not your fucking business. Period. It's not your business. Were you gonna sit there and were you gonna draft Aaron Rodgers, or are you gonna skip over him in the 5th round in your fantasy draft because he's not vaccinated? Bullshit.
Nope.
Joey Fast Radio, roll 1C1.
Hey, what's up, Joey?
What's going on?
Who this?
It's Pat.
Pat, what's up, buddy?
Pat, are we on speaker? Is that why you sound different?
Oh, what the? Oh.
There you are.
Oh, I think he hung up on you.
Ah, shit. Yep, disappeared. Pat calls back.
Pat, Pat, you on speaker? Oh, click.
Phone technical difficulty.
No big deal. But to go back to what I was kind of throwing in there, like, no matter what political spectrum you're on, cancel culture absolutely exists.
Of course it does.
And I hate those people that sit there and they're like, cancel culture is not a thing. It's just having consequences for the things that you say. Man, shut the fuck up,
yeah,
bro.
but it's consequences for all time.
Right. And it's
all
not and the consequences are never equal to the crime. The consequences are always 10 times worse than what the crime was.
Right.
All right, Pat, you got us now?
I kept talking, and I thought I was still, like, on the phone.
Yeah.
I was like, we were like, oh, Pat hung up. We're like, all right, maybe you lost him. Maybe we dropped him. I don't know what happened. But
What's going on,
We'll get him back.
I was in freaking D.C., and the bartenders there like, I ain't playing that Patriots crap. So I missed the game. And Sean, did you get to watch it?
I watched the whole thing.
Oh, you lucky bastard.
How
How'd they look?
verbatim. They looked great. I mean, it's the Panthers. The Panthers are a mediocre team. I mean, Patriots went in there. The game wasn't even really that close.
And they got crappy teams for a little bit now, don't they, going forward?
They have some pretty low-level teams.
there's some winnable games.
We have some winnable games. We play the Bills twice, which is going to be great for the Patriots. A real litmus test right there. Because if you beat the Bills twice, or even split with the Bills, that
a split with the Bills goes a long way.
Yeah.
You split with the Bills, then you're in business. If you get swept, you're out of it. If you
you're
sweep
probably
them,
still making the playoffs.
I mean out of the division.
Out of the division, yes.
If you sweep them, oh baby,
Yeah.
You're going to destroy Josh Allen's
Sean
brain.
is going to sit here and be like,
Listen.
I fucking told you.
Listen, nope. I don't. Every time Josh Allen, which has been 3 times this year, has had a bad game, I don't say a word. I don't say one fucking word. I want the stats to speak for themselves at the end of the year because so far, Josh Allen has been mediocre again this year. Mediocre. Not mediocre. Mediocre.
Yeah. I mean, he only put up 9 points against Jacksonville the other day.
The Manning curse lives.
Manning
Every
curse.
single quarterback that has gone on with Peyton and Eli on Monday Night Football has lost their next game.
I feel like Buffalo had their
I
reality
thought for
check game.
sure Josh Allen was going to break that. I'm like, Buffalo, Jacksonville.
Dude.
Like, there's no way. Even if Josh Allen doesn't play, there's no way the fucking Bills lose this game.
Dude, some of the
And
guys,
they did.
some of the guys on the sideline looked like they were gonna like cry. They were like, "I can't believe we're losing to Jacksonville." They looked like they were about to take their own life.
Yeah, 2 reality check games this week. Fucking Dallas and fucking in Buffalo.
Yeah, but
the
Dallas-
2 reality check games. I mean, well, I guess you could
Watch,
say
that'll
Dallas.
be our Super Bowl rematch, much to the dismay of everybody involved.
What, Dallas and Buffalo?
Yeah.
My God.
I don't even think I would be excited for that. Actually, I would because I'd go to Dave's house and watch the Super Bowl with Dave.
Oh yeah, I'd root hardcore for Dallas.
Oh,
if
I'd
that
be-
was
I'd
the
be-
case.
I'd be
Sorry,
all-
Matt, but
I mean, I don't know.
I would
Matt
root
just
for-
did hook me up with some fucking sweet ass Oakleys. So.
yeah, you got obligations.
I would root for Dallas hardcore.
I think I could be pretty neutral
Dallas
on
my
that.
second favorite team. I'm embarrassed to admit that, but they are my second favorite team.
Okay.
Wait, why are you embarrassed to admit that?
Yeah.
Well, I feel like everyone hates on the Cowboys, but I've always kind of liked them. And they got a great roster. I don't like their coach.
There's equal hate for all 32 teams.
No. The Cowboys are the most hated team in America.
Dude, my favorite NFC
Hands
team
down.
is shit. It's the
Really?
Bears.
I thought the Patriots kind of took that reign after.
No,
this whole
it's still the
dynasty
Cowboys
shit.
because even when the Cowboys are like have a 4-win season going on, people still celebrate a Cowboys loss like their team just won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It's crazy. The
Because they call
hatred,
each other America's team.
like
they
it could be
call
like
themselves.
Steelers Cowboys on the Sunday night game, and you would go to like Buster's on Route 6, and the place would just erupt when the Cowboys lost.
Yeah.
And you're like, what the fuck? And people are like, why is everybody rooting for the Steelers? Like,
I hate my father.
Like, we're not rooting for the Steelers. Just fuck the Cowboys. You're like, what?
I would tell you
Like,
who's a
all
prick.
right. I don't know. Anyway, but Pat, what else is going on, buddy? What's going on?
Where do you guys think Odell goes? Where should he go? You guys kind of a knucklehead, but he's good.
He's
I
gonna
hope
be
he goes to Detroit.
he's gonna be in New England by 8 a.m. tomorrow. Signed.
That's what Zoe made it sound like today. He
Nah,
made it
fuck
sound like
Zoe.
that they want him. That they cut that lineman.
Why would you want him for if you're the Patriots though? Why would you want him?
Because he's an extra body, but we need bodies. Did you see N'Keal Harry?
But
N'Keal had his most productive game, and he got injured.
But he's a clown.
Yeah, but he's a 1,300 yard a year receiver.
No, he's not.
No, 5 out of like 8 years.
Yeah, that one time.
Dude, I'll take him.
He's a stat queen.
If he gets 900 to 1,000, I'm very
Why
happy.
is it the Browns have gotten better every single time he's been injured for the season or left the team?
Well,
like
Baker is
an
dog
idiot.
shit.
He needs a strong coach.
He's a fucking clown, dude. Fuck. Listen,
know.
he's not worth it. The production is not worth the headache you get with a guy like that.
You know that meme? You know
Randy Moss, worth it. T.O., worth it.
Wait a minute.
This guy, not worth it.
You know that meme of the guy getting ready, painting his face like a clown? That would be me happily doing it, signing Odell. I'll be like expecting 1,500 yards. This is me sitting here.
Yeah.
Full clown makeup.
I just want 17 touchdowns now. I'll keep drawing,
So Pat, what did you think about the Aaron Rodgers thing? I know you said Aaron Rodgers is the problem in the chat.
I do think he's absolutely the problem. I know he takes advice from the stupidest ladies you can possibly find, and I polar opposite Joey Fat's views on vaccines, so I don't want to go down that route. But the guy only had to get pricked twice, like a normal human, and he would have helped his team beat the Chiefs. Instead, oh no, I got my pitchfork and my crazy girlfriend, and I'm gonna go skip this like I'm stupid Kyrie Irving. Just get your fucking vaccine like the rest of us, Aaron Rodgers. I get it. You're cool and your girlfriend's crazy and you like to be different, but just get vaccinated. Stand up for your fucking teammates. If you don't want to do it for people like me who are pro-vaccination, then don't do it for me. Do it for your teammates, Aaron Rodgers.
So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Does getting the vaccine prevent you from catching COVID?
Joey, some of us out here, people have relatives who have terminal illnesses, who have cancer.
Sure.
I mean,
Understood.
People who can't get COVID. And if you get the vaccine, you keep those relatives healthy. I mean,
Pat, yes, Pat,
yeah,
yeah, Pat, yeah. It's a yes or no question, and I'm not putting you on the spot, and I'm trying to grill you. Yes or no question. If you get the vaccine, are you still susceptible to catching COVID-19? Yes or no?
Yeah, but you still
no. There's no yeah, but. Are you still able to catch the virus even once you're inoculated?
Yes, but you won't end up in the hospital, bad. And you won't give it to as long as the people around you on your team all have the vaccine, you'll be all set.
So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
So you're asking Aaron Rodgers to get a vaccine against a virus that he could still potentially catch, even though he's vaccinated, to protect the
game if he was vaccinated, Joey.
Okay, so this is just from a pure football standpoint for you.
Yeah, I'm not trying to wave my Elizabeth Warren flag in the air. I'm just trying to tell you the guy's an idiot. If Tom Brady did this to the Patriots, I would be calling in and saying, Sean, what a bozo. He took his stupid political beliefs over the Patriots. Now we're just about to lose to the Chiefs.
But are they
neck and neck with us?
But are they political beliefs or are they actual beliefs? Because the more research that comes out, the more things that come out, and Aaron Rodgers cited all of it. I don't really have to. I mean, he submitted 500 pages worth of research. Well, what's dumb about it though? Like I don't understand. Like
the vaccine heals. If we all get it, we put this thing behind us. I mean, I don't know. I'm not trying to go. I know this isn't the Marcus Farrell show, so I'm not trying to go into politics. But I'm just trying to say,
shout out to Marcus.
He's at Kyrie Irving of football.
So let me ask you that. But Pat, let me ask you this.
To be a Bronco. I get it.
I know
he's an idiot.
I know you. Listen, I believe that you believe what you're saying is true.
Yeah, of course.
And I believe that you believe that the vaccine, if we all got the vaccine, we will put this behind us. But you realize the people that are telling you to get the vaccine and that you should be terrified of COVID, you realize that those are the people that are least afraid of COVID, right? And you realize that those are the same people that told you that, like, look, man, it's just 15 days to flatten the curve. That's it. It's just 15 days. Like, that's it. That's all we need. 15 days to flatten the curve, and we're through this. And we can, then we can manage until we get a vaccine that works. And then these same people that are telling you now to get the vaccine, once we get the vaccine, we can put all this behind us. A little over a year ago, those same people, Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, Pete Buttigieg, all these heroes who are champions of the left, they were telling you, I wouldn't put that in my body. That's going to kill you. Don't put that in my body. Donald Trump came up with that. Don't do that. And then as soon as November 7th or 8th hit last year and Joe Biden was declared the winner, all of a sudden they flipped the script?
I know. I live in Boston. They shut down Boston completely shut down for like the last 12 days of before the election. And once Joe Biden won, Boston miraculously opened again.
Right. So does that? So, but what I'm saying is, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't get the vaccine or you should get the vaccine. In fact, I'll come out and say I'm vaccinated.
You are?
I am.
Pat, leave that one. Oh, so Joey beat me tonight.
So for those saying, so for those people that are saying this, my point is this, Pat. I don't care if you're vaccinated or not. If you want the vaccine, get it. If you don't want the vaccine, you shouldn't be forced to get it.
I understand. I'm not saying this should be Cuba, but I'm just saying, Joey, what do you think about him missing such a big game? I mean, that's kind of a shitty teammate move.
But his whole team knew he wasn't vaccinated. The only way he was going to miss a game was if he caught COVID, which he would have caught whether he was vaccinated or not. Because as we now
missed the game if he was vaccinated.
He wouldn't. He might not have missed the game, but he still would have caught it.
Well, no, that's not true.
Actually, that's not true at all. You're right.
No, because Nick Chubb was tested positive for COVID today, and he has to provide two negative tests 24 hours apart, 24 hours before game time. So he has to. I think the game is 1:00 on Sunday, so he has to have two negative tests by Saturday at 1 p.m. Both of those tests 24 hours apart. And he can't be with the team until he produces those tests. So he might not even play on Sunday, but he's been vaccinated since early this year. And actually it was four Cleveland teammates. Yeah, so maybe 4 players that now play for Cleveland this week.
That's insane.
Good, they're all running backs too.
So, but I guess my point here, Pat, is that again, I don't care if you're vaccinated or not. That's your personal choice. If you have family members that are that have comorbidities and are susceptible to COVID, and you feel like getting the vaccine will help, maybe prevent them from catching it or whatever your beliefs are, I really don't fucking care. The bottom line is that no one should be told that they need to get a vaccine or not. Aaron Rodgers provided 500 pages worth of medical research to the NFL
Christ.
From
Israel.
And Joe Rogan.
It was from Israel too.
No, it was
Joe Rogan Medical Center.
One of the Israeli study, which I don't know if you know this, but Israel is like over 99% inoculated against the virus, and yet they have one of the highest COVID positive rates in the world.
That place is fucking crazy.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's the middle fucking East. Everything's fucking crazy, bro. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Israelites.
I've seen fucking dudes literally fucking two-wheeling cars on the asphalt for fun, like in full, white, whatever those robe things that they wear, and then, ghost riding the whip on 2 wheels. I'm like, what the fuck? But my point is this, Pat. If you're willing to kill Aaron Rodgers over getting vaccinated, I hope you keep that same energy in a couple of years when it comes out that all of this was for naught.
I don't think that's true, and I don't think the medical community would think that's true. Look, it's different parts.
Well, I mean, the medical community already does think it's true. I mean,
the guy lives in Milwaukee. I mean, he's probably has different views. He dates women with crazy views. Look up his girlfriend in Clay. I wasn't being a jokester.
No, I know his girlfriend. He always did. I mean, dude, he dated Danica Patrick. Come on.
I don't understand the eats clay thing. What does that even mean? Eats literal clay?
Yeah, she eats literal clay for health benefits. She's a nutcase, and she's the one that told Rodgers not to get vaccinated.
I mean, listen, if it wasn't for my job forcing me to get vaccinated, I wouldn't have gotten it. You know why? Because I'm 36. I'm healthy. I had COVID. I survived it. I didn't go to the hospital, and I'm fine.
I'll take my 99.97% chance, thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. The guy could have been a really big help and been a good voice for people getting vaccinated. I'll always think he's an idiot. I'll always think Brady's better than Manning. But Joey, always, I respect your opinion, bud. I'll be listening.
All right, Pat. Thanks for the call, buddy.
Good week, boys.
All right, buddy. Later.
Pat, Odell tomorrow. I hung up.
Yeah, he hung up. It's
honestly, dude, fuck the importance of the Chiefs game to Aaron Rodgers, please. I think he's better off standing up and saying "fuck you" than
I would
rather
rather my team lose to the Chiefs on a random Sunday in November than end up with blood clots or myocarditis or whatever. Like,
yeah, I'm all set. No,
and listen, again, I don't have a problem. If you want to get vaccinated, get vaccinated. If you think it's going to benefit you, get it. I'm not one of these tinfoil hat wearing motherfuckers that thinks that there's nanobots built in the vaccine that are going to build dams in my blood, and when they activate 5G, I'm going to fucking die so that the Illuminati can come and collect my corpse and drink my blood, and, Hillary Clinton can stay alive until she's 1,000 or some shit. Like, I'm not one of those people, okay? That's not where I'm at in my life, all right? All I'm saying is I'm a young, healthy male who has survived the virus. I don't feel the need to kill anybody if they want the vaccine or they don't. But there is this mindset that is taken over. I'm not going to say a majority, but a large population of this country and this world that makes it seem like if you're not, and I know why. I know why this is all happening. I'm not going to go into the why. It's obvious. But they make it seem like if you're not vaccinated, you're filthy. You're dirty. You're disgusting. You're subhuman. You're the reason why we're still going through this. Like I said to Pat, the same people that are saying, get vaccinated, we can put all this behind us, are the same people that told you 15 days to flatten the curve. Right. Come on, man. I mean, use your fucking head. Seriously. And Aaron Rodgers even cited that in his speech on the Pat McAfee show when he said, does anybody not find it weird that, 11 months ago, all the same people that are telling you to get vaccinated or else were the same people that were telling you don't put that in your body, it's going to kill you? Right. Like, does that not immediately raise at least a single red flag in your head and say, maybe I should look into this a little bit. Maybe I should be a little wary. Because as of, the first week of November last year, all of a sudden it was, get the vaccine! And you're like, bro, 90 days ago you were telling me that.
Fuck that shit.
No way. Right. Like, I just, it boggles my mind. But let's listen to some mind-boggling shit. And let's listen to this fucking moron, Terry Bradshaw.
Oh, I didn't hear this. Good.
Who just, again, we talk about Facebook and social media censoring disinformation and getting rid of, people saying, things that are dangerous and harmful and all this stuff. And yet this fucking loser is allowed to go on live television and say this and pay special attention to the crowd. Because they show Terry Bradshaw say what he says, then they show a bunch of Navy cadets all going nuts and clapping, and you can totally tell it's clipped from a different time of day in a different place.
Right.
Just watch.
I'd give Aaron Rodgers some advice. It would have been nice if he'd have just come to the Naval Academy and learned how to be honest.
Yeah.
Learn not to lie, because that's what you did, Aaron. You lied to everyone. I understand immunized. What you were doing was taking stuff that would keep you from getting COVID-19. You got COVID-19. Ivermectin is a cattle dewormer. Sorry, folks, that's what it is. We are a divided nation politically. We're a divided nation on the COVID-19, whether or not to take the vaccine. And unfortunately, we've got players that pretty much think only about themselves, and I'm extremely disappointed in the actions of Aaron Rodgers.
Well, another thing I was...
So you can totally tell that the cut scenes to the crowd are totally different. Like, one of them's on a battleship or an aircraft carrier.
Right. Which they're nowhere near.
Which they're not anywhere near. And the other one's in front of what looked like Annapolis. I don't know, like one of the buildings in Annapolis. So they showed all these people cheering Terry Bradshaw for calling Aaron Rodgers a moron, and you're like, that's fake. That's not real.
And didn't on the Rogan show, did they debunk the whole the horse dewormer thing? Like,
yes, ivermectin is not. It's used as a horse dewormer, but it's also been used for like 50 or 60 years to treat various things. It's human grade. It's been human grade. The only problem is it didn't have a big name like Pfizer or Moderna on
Backing it, right?
So no one backs it. So the new Pfizer pill, the oral treatment for COVID.
Yeah.
All that is ivermectin with the Pfizer name slapped on it. Right. Go look at the ingredients. Look it up. I'm not going Alex Jones on you, but go look it up. I don't have time to explain it. Just go look it up. But that's a fact. That
Joey running shirtless down the street. Let's go to this guy's house.
Terry Bradshaw can basically go fuck himself. Yeah, Sarah, it's used to treat parasites. That's definitely one of its uses. It was also used as, as a treatment for COVID, as one of the things to help people cope with COVID who had it. Young, healthy adults like myself, Aaron Rodgers, who's a year older than me, people who get it, all those kinds of things. You can use these things. Again, we all know this. How many times have we been through this? Like, it's amazing. All the same people, and I'm looking at you liberals, who sit there and they bitch and complain about, big pharma. Big pharma is ruining the country. Big pharma, there's more money in the treatment than there is in the cure. And now all of a sudden you're believing everything Big Pharma says? Oh, just take this shot. It's fine. And then any booster that we tell you need to take. Forever. And ever. And ever. Like, is no one, sometimes I feel like I'm the only one, like I'm alone in my thoughts, and I'm like, come on, man. Like, I know I'm not the smartest guy in the room at all times. I mean, most of the time, yes, but not always. The one thing that I can never take for myself is my bullshit meter is never off. That thing is locked on. It's like a heat-seeking fucking missile, bro.
Yeah.
Okay? I mean, yeah, hydroxychloroquine. Remember a couple of years ago, a year and a half ago?
Yeah.
Hydroxychloroquine was, Trump was like, yeah, I took hydroxychloroquine and it helped me out. Everyone's like, that shit's the devil.
Yeah.
Don't take it. It will literally make Satan come out of your ass, reach into your mouth, and tear out your soul. And you're like, I just thought it was this thing that people took for malaria. I don't know.
Yeah, it's an anti-malarial drug.
Whatever. But nonetheless, that's the mentality of these people like Terry Bradshaw, who's just out there toting the company line. Like, he's probably just pissed off that it took Aaron Rodgers like 5 years to fucking pass his shitty 212 career touchdowns. And he's just like, yeah, somebody's going to post that fucking idiot meme that I hate. It's Terry Bradshaw, and it's like, I didn't have no microphones in my helmet. I didn't have nobody calling my plays. No deflate gate, no spy gate. Just me and my men.
Who said that, Boomer?
No, it's some stupid-ass meme.
No, it's just this meme that goes around that people post out there, and it drives me nuts. Because
Boomer Esiason said something similar, like, recently. And he was just like, I'm so sick of these quarterbacks not learning the plays. Like, everybody, he goes, Tom Brady included, he goes, that has an armband with plays on it. He goes, like, you should be embarrassed.
Yeah.
But he's just like an old school. He's like,
yeah, but I mean,
he said he's like, you should be forced to learn all the offensive
plays.
Right,
but wouldn't you think that back in his day, it's gotten a little more complex?
Yeah,
these
of course.
days,
But he doesn't think about it that way. He thinks about it just his way.
Yeah. Well, that's just the way those old school guys.
But yeah,
think.
the Terry Bradshaw thing though, I didn't think he said anything wrong. Until at the end, he made it really personal. Like, even the crowd was with him. He's like,
No. There was no crowd. That crowd was fake.
No, there's a crowd behind him.
No. Watch again.
Yeah, no. If you put it up, there's definitely people standing behind him.
There's people standing behind, but nobody's clapping or cheering. Watch.
No, there's no one cheering. But
watch again.
I'd give Aaron Rodgers some advice. It would have been nice
if
he had just come to the Naval Academy and learned how to be honest.
Yeah.
And then they cut to the cheering crowd, which
learn not to lie because that's what
not
you did.
live.
Aaron. You lied to everyone.
That's not there.
I understand immunized. What you were doing was taking stuff
that
fake
would
keep
cut.
you
That's
from getting COVID-19. Right. You got because COVID-19. Ivermectin is a cattle dewormer.
Where are they sitting right now?
If they had, it's supposed to be like a game day setup.
Right, I get that.
But this is halftime of the games or the pregame or whatever.
Pregame.
There's nobody there.
Right.
No one's there's. You think all those hundreds of fucking cadets from Annapolis are sitting there and they're cheering like, yeah, fuck Aaron Rodgers, that liar.
Right.
No, they went out there and they whooped up the crowd before they got on there, and they're like, all right, let's make some noise for Terry Bradshaw and the game day crew. And everybody was like, woo, I want to get on TV.
Right.
And they took that video and then they conveniently cut to that take while Terry Bradshaw was saying this.
It's not cheers for what
Notice how they didn't show the crowd and Bradshaw in the same shot?
Right, because they couldn't.
Dead to rights, fake.
Didn't exist.
Didn't happen. So all those people that are supposedly cheering for Terry Bradshaw, it didn't happen. It didn't fucking happen. They weren't there. That was taken before Terry Bradshaw probably even came out on the stage. And the production crew's out there and they're like, yo guys, like we want some crowd, whoop it up. Show some pride for the Navy. All right. And they're like, or it was taken from, God knows, could have been taken from fucking 3 years ago. We don't fucking know. And you'd only take probably somebody on Twitter. I mean, the Twitter sleuths could figure this out in about 4 fucking seconds.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't take any time now.
None.
Just take something, chop it up, edit it, make it the way you want it, and just put it out there.
But again, to kind of tie this whole thing up and put a little bow on this, let's take a listen because this is one of my favorite. This is probably my favorite take of this whole thing. So as some of you may have heard, I think you guys know who Howard Stern is, right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he was one of the pioneers of shock jock radio. He was one of the pioneers. He's one of my heroes, like one of the greatest people like to ever get behind a microphone and do something that no one else had done and rewrite the rule book, rewrite the game. I mean, change the game. Howard Stern changed the fucking game. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I know
you don't change the game, player.
Yes, I do know what you are saying.
I do know what you are saying. He is the guy. He is a guy that has changed this game through and through. Howard Stern, okay, who's had like midgets having sex with porn stars. He's done whatever
the fuck he's done.
He's done tons of anus horrendous shit, and now he's gonna lecture us on decency. The picture was, well, it's appropriate. You take a listen.
It's ought to be good.
It's a little bit of a long clip, so just stick with me.
I was so worked up over the weekend about this fucking Aaron Rodgers of the NFL. I don't even know where to begin with that story. I mean, this fucking guy, I don't watch football. Sorry, I'm not a big fan. I know the guy's a real good football player. That's why they put up with his bullshit. If I ran the NFL,
he's going to be a Hall of Famer. So, yeah, you know that he's important to the franchise.
If I was if there was decency in this world, I would throw this guy out of the football league so fast. What he did to his fellow teammates. And, bravo, Terry Bradshaw, for what you said and everyone else who's got half a brain in this country. But this fucking guy, they should throw him out of the league so fast with the guy who crashed his car at 153 miles an hour. And some poor lady was walking her dog, and the dog and the lady burned up in his car because he hit him. And the last words out of her were just screams of pain from the fire.
Mm.
I mean, he's facing 40 years in jail. It should be a life sentence. I mean, he just essentially just killed someone with his car. But he should be thrown out of the league, which he was, I assume. And Aaron Rodgers, come on, dude. Really? That whole bullshit game. Yeah, I have the antibodies. Now, first of all, I don't know where these guys get their information from. They refuse. He at the press conference, he said he got his information from Joe Rogan. With all due respect, Joe Rogan's
Why would you go to Joe Rogan with a medical problem?
Yeah, you got doctors who study in medical school. I don't know what has happened to this country.
So there you have Howard Stern, which my favorite part of that whole thing, and there's a reason why I put that picture up with the guys with their dicks exposed and blurred out, was because Howard Stern is now lecturing us on decency.
Right.
He's telling us, like, well, there was any decency left in America. Is this guy serious?
Yeah, what a moron.
I mean, what a fucking fraud. What a fucking sellout. I feel like a piece of shit that I ever looked up to you and I ever, almost not idolized, but somewhat idolized in terms of what I do or wanted to do and aspired to be. I was, everybody wanted, Howard Stern was the holy grail. You could get to be as powerful as Howard Stern. You could do whatever you wanted. Howard Stern did it all. Howard Stern rewrote the rule book. For him, he was a god on radio. And now you've got this shit? Dude, get the fuck out of here, bro. And that's me on my lowly little fucking podcast in southeastern Massachusetts. And I'm telling you, Howard Stern to go fuck yourself. That should make you feel like shit.
Well, yeah.
Because you're a fucking sellout.
And everything he said was wrong.
Right.
On top of it, obviously didn't have his facts straight about what he was talking about. The girl didn't burst into flames and magically enter into fucking Henry Ruggs' car.
She was not out walking her dog.
No, they were driving.
But again, he clearly knows nothing what he's talking about. He's just hitting all the talking points so that Ellen and Bill Gates and all he's a limousine liberal nowadays.
Right.
That's all he is. He's a fucking clown show on steroids. So anyway, that is what it is. And then we got this one last clip, which I also love from Howie Hampton.
Oh, I love clips.
I don't know why he's wasting his time on football. He's such a great researcher. He should go into the medical field. My research.
He's going to have the greatest immunity. He's like super immune now.
I say the next time this fuckhead gets injured on the field, they should bring in Joe Rogan to fix the bones. They should have him treat him. He's the only doctor they should have treat.
When he has to go through that concussion protocol, send him to Joe.
Yeah. We'll fix him up. Give him some.
I dead ass thought that was fucking hilarious.
That was funny. But if you watch the fucking interview again, clearly fucking Aaron Rodgers states, I've talked to Joe Rogan, but I've also my medical team.
Right.
Because obviously somebody like Aaron Rodgers has a team.
I'm Aaron Rodgers. I have hundreds of millions of dollars and a medical team. Aaron Rodgers has more access to doctors at the flip of it. Like, he could just unlock his phone and have better health care than 99% of America. Now, before all you fucking Bernie bros come fucking charging at me saying, and that's the problem, I don't care. That's called perks of the job, bitch.
Pretty much.
Dude.
Listen, do you want good health care? I don't know. Go be one of 32 people that can do the job that you do.
On the planet, right.
You know, might make you in pretty high demand. Just throwing it out there.
Right.
Somebody's going to pay you to do that.
For $1 billion industry. You know what I mean? Like,
seriously.
I'll be honest, I really wouldn't hate Joe Rogan announcing some games.
I wouldn't hate him either. I think he'd be pretty cool, actually. I don't mind Joe Rogan. I like Joe Rogan.
And to Chris's point here, Chris Earl's point, again, Aaron Rodgers lays it out. And we're not going to lay out the whole Aaron Rodgers interview. It's like I have a 6-minute clip of it, which is already too long. But it was about a 40-minute. No, it's not your fault. It was about a 40-minute interview. He lays out his reasons why he didn't want to get vaccinated. He was allergic to ingredients that were in the Moderna and the Pfizer vaccine. And then the Johnson & Johnson vaccine got pulled because it was fucking killing people.
Right.
And it wasn't available to him at the time. So he said, well, I'm not getting it. And then he decided to go the holistic route and do his own thing.
Right.
This is not flat earth. This is not Kyrie Irving. This is not bonehead. This is not idiot. This is not a dumb man taking a stand on something, like dying on a stupid hill. As Aaron Rodgers said, health is it's not a cookie cutter fit. It's a very personal thing that you have to do.
For sure.
When I saw this interview come out, I think Joey was at work. I texted him and I was like, Aaron Rodgers is going to be your #1 all-time favorite player of all time.
Ever.
Once you watch this video.
Wait till
hours later, he's like, he has surpassed Manning and Elway.
And I was like, sorry, Peyton, you've been replaced.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I wholeheartedly agree with Aaron Rodgers. You know what? He's the one, like, polarized, like he's the one main guy who has such clout in the fucking NFL that you needed to stand up with the middle finger and say, go fuck yourself.
Well, if it was him, and the only thing I was hoping for, and I knew he wouldn't do it, because it would kill his brand. It might hurt his brand, and I don't know that he's got the – honestly don't know that he has the balls to do it, is Brady.
Right, Brady, yeah.
If Brady had come out and been like, yeah, I'm not vaccinated either, I'm not doing that shit, and then Brady and Rodgers do it, and then all of a sudden Russell Wilson joins, and then all of a sudden this guy joins, this
Ben
guy.
Roethlisberger.
Boom. And the dominoes start falling. People are going to go, oh, fuck. And then what are you going to do? Oh, well, you know what? Half the NFL isn't vaccinated. Well, who cares? It doesn't matter. These are young athletes in their prime. If you really cared about COVID and you really cared about deaths, and if you've listened to this show for the last year and a half, and we had some shows where we went on and on and on and on and on about the statistics of COVID and the real life actual implications, not what CNN and Rachel Maddow are fucking telling you. Those fucking clown shoe wearing ass motherfuckers.
Rachel Maddow.
She's such a fucking dunce, man. When she thought she had Trump dead to rights, she's like, I got his tax returns. And then she gets on the air and they're like, oh, we don't have them. And she's like,
never mind.
What I meant was we had his tax returns. Right. But no, it's yes, and again, big ups to State Farm. I'm switching all my insurance over to State Farm. I'm not even fucking kidding.
I honestly thought about that today. I was like, maybe I should switch to State Farm. At least they got like a backbone, up
we
there.
We are farmers.
Which don't they have? Aren't they the ones with the funny commercials with the older guy and the kid comes like 360 and into the front lawn through the fence with his car, like the old station wagon?
No, the State Farm ones is that we know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two?
I forget. Either way, I think they got really awesome commercials. Yeah.
I don't know. All I know is that Pat Mahomes and Aaron Rodgers do State Farm.
And Drake.
Yeah. And Drake.
Yeah. I like Drake. Drake's my homeboy.
I'm switching to State Farm, bro. Yeah. I'm telling you right now.
Well.
But listen, to put a little happy bow on this thing so we can move on to other shit. Aaron Rodgers said nothing wrong. He did nothing wrong. The only people that are mad are the people in the mainstream media, and the only reason they're mad is because they think that Aaron Rodgers lied to them.
They got a taste of their own medicine.
It's exactly. It's not because he's not vaccinated, because there are plenty of people who aren't. Cole Beasley's not vaccinated. They're not going after him.
They don't give a shit about Cole Beasley.
They don't give two fucks. But Mike Florio was so bullshit that Aaron Rodgers wasn't vaccinated and that he said he was immunized.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong. He was so pissed off about that Mike Florio has actively been contacting everyone who sponsors Aaron Rodgers, every one of his sponsors or people that he's affiliated with, and asking if they're going to stand by him even though he's a liar. What do you fucking care if Aaron Rodgers lied about his vaccine status?
Is there a male version of a Karen?
Yes.
Yeah, it's called Mike Florio.
I was gonna say, do we have like a male version of a Karen? Like,
we'll just call it a Mike.
Is it a Christopher or like?
Sorry to everybody named Mike, but guess what?
Yeah, hey Mike, all the Mikes in the world. Nah, Mikes. They're like the Kyle's like other dumbass
Maybe
cousin.
it's Kyle.
They're like, I'm gonna drink this white monster and then put my fist through some drywall.
Yeah, Mike's are rocking the rock star energy instead of the monster.
Like,
energy.
I hate drywall.
I just miss her so much, bro.
I just miss her so much, man.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you went on 3 dates with her. You guys were together for 2.5 weeks.
The fist pattern in the drywall's in the shape of a heart. Yeah, I miss her so much. Yeah. Yeah, those are Mike's, but there's got to be a male version for a Karen because that's definitely Mike Florio. Like anything that upsets him indirectly, he still needs to make like legit choices, like to take time out of his
great
day.
point by one of our listeners who's in Facebook jail right now and can't be here. But he said it's also funny that Stern calls out Joe Rogan, for his thing while Stern duped dumb broads into believing that he was doing real breast augmentations just so he could grab their titties. Yeah, this is the guy that's lecturing us on decency in America right now.
Right.
Of all the people in the world to lecture us about decency in America, Howard Stern is literally the last person I would pick.
Yeah.
There it is.
Top 5.
774-992-8702. We got a lot more to get to here before this show is over. Got about 45 minutes left here, boys. What do we want to get to now? Let's get into a little bit of the Monday night game last night.
Oh, yeah, please.
So Paul and I were discussing yesterday how
in real time
we've never ever seen a primetime game in Pittsburgh get called in favor of not the Steelers.
Just fair.
Or just even fair.
Just even fucking fair, dude. I remember it was Phillip Rivers' first year on the Colts. We played the fucking Steelers. We should have beat them. We lost. I forget what it was. A play by Minkah Fitzpatrick. I can't remember what it was. And I'm sitting there going, you got to be fucking kidding me. This whole game has been atrocious. Like, how obvious could it be that these fucking refs are just so in favor of the Steelers? I know I've seen – I can't obviously cite specific games that I've seen, but there's just been like layers after layers of just kind of like knowledge that I've seen in Pittsburgh of the refs just handing the game to the Steelers. And I was so satisfied this morning going on social media and seeing that I was right because everybody is all about it. And I'm like, all right, so I'm not fucking crazy. I'm not crazy that fucking taunting call was complete and utter bullshit. You know what I mean?
All right, so let's start with the Cassius Marsh taunting call.
I know there's other
because
ones,
we have video evidence of this. We'll get to the other one, the low block that wiped out the Jimmy Graham touchdown. That was fucking horrendous as well. Look, if I'm a Bears fan this morning, I'm waking up and hitting the bottle. I'm still that livid. Like, I'm beside myself.
Yeah.
With what I witnessed last night in Pittsburgh.
His knees came down inside the box. Does that matter?
His whole body was inside the box.
It doesn't matter. If you're inside the box.
His whole body was not inside the box. His knees hit in the box, and his upper torso was out. That's why I did. Well, yeah, I mean, in the falling motion.
Doesn't matter.
But at point of contact, his whole body was in the box.
He's in the box. It doesn't
touch him. He doesn't even touch him.
He doesn't even touch him. That's the beautiful part of that whole call. Was the guy that they threw the flag on doesn't even touch the guy. The guy just falls down.
He goes for it. He goes for the block.
Oh, I thought he touched.
He went for the block, but he whiffed.
I remember the play. I was shit-faced.
That's like if I'm running towards Joey and you throw your body, you're like, fuck you, and I'm like, all right, I just run right to Joey anyway because you're not in my path. Like, he dove and the guy was already going like an end around to go around him, and the guy missed him completely. So to me, this is now I'm being a conspiracy theorist. After last night's game, I am livid watching that, and I was like, "There's no way you can't say that the Caesar's Palace, who's the official sponsor of the NFL now, a gambling website is the official sponsor of the NFL.
Oh, great!
That they're gonna have 100% say in these games. The referee, we have the video. I know it's going to be shown. Of the referee puts his hand in the flag and he's like, Cassius Marsh, take this ass, and he throws the flag immediately.
So we're talking about two different plays here. So let's clarify for the listeners. One play was the low block that was called.
I don't have that
wiped out the Jimmy Graham. We don't have the video of that. That wiped out the touchdown from Jimmy Graham. The other play was the Cassius Marsh sack, third down. They sack Ben Roethlisberger. Cassius Marsh does his little karate kick, which he's been doing his entire career. Cassius Marsh, by the way, Patriot fans, you might remember him. He was the guy that when he left the Patriots said, "I didn't have any fun playing here. It's no fun to play here."
Reggie Wayne said that too.
First of all, Reggie Wayne.
Yeah, he said that.
Reggie Wayne was just like, "It ain't for me. I ain't learning all that shit."
He said, "This is no fun."
Yeah, because he said,
"I'm not having any fun."
But Cassius Marsh gave up that gigantic run to Kareem Hunt in that first Chiefs game. We played him week 1, like 2016, 2017.
Yeah, the opener, yeah.
Gave up the 84-yard run. There's a picture of him face down in the dirt, diving for a tackle against Hunt, and Hunt just ran 84 yards open field because he missed it.
Yeah, that was the Alex Smith 2015, I think it was.
No, it was after we won the
16.
Super Bowl. It had to be 2017 opening game. Because we won the Falcons.
It was the year you were supposed It was the year you were supposed to go undefeated, and Portnoy cried with the clown shirt on.
Yes,
the Goodell clown shirt. Yeah.
So that was the game.
Portnoy also getting railroaded right now.
We benched him. He bitched about being benched. Like, he's like, "Oh, why am I benching?" Belichick's like, "You're not setting the edge. Like, I need someone who sets the edge." And then they just let him go because he was just crying so much. And he's like, "Yo, fuck New England. They disrespected me by letting me go." And they were just like, "Well, yeah, you weren't playing well, so we don't need you."
Yeah, you suck, bro.
You weren't playing well. I mean, he's a journeyman. Don't get me wrong. He's not anybody nobody's knocking down Cassius Marsh's door to get to him. Right. But he's a reasonably good and he's a player in the NFL.
Teams.
He's a borderline. He's a low end starter.
Yeah. They just bumped him up from the practice squad. Last night, they just bumped him up from the practice squad.
He's not anybody that you're like, holy shit, we need this guy on a roster.
Clearly, they were in fucking desperate need.
This is still bullshit. So this guy makes a fantastic fucking play, sacks Ben Roethlisberger on the third down. I'll show you the fucking video. You guys make the fucking choice.
I thought it was a dope play. I get it. He kind of did that, like, aggressive stare down and hop, like, towards the...
Nope.
But that doesn't constitute a fucking penalty.
Nope.
Like,
debunked. He was watching.
I watched it.
No, he was watching to see what was coming in for the offensive package because he knew if a certain package came in, he was going off the field.
Okay, that was his mindset, but I know what it looked like and what people thought.
But what it looked like and what it thought is not on. The officials are not there to judge that. The officials are there to say,
no, I agree.
He was taunting the other team, which the taunting rule needs to go. I'll go off on a tangent.
I have the blocking video I sent.
Okay, I'll go off on a tangent on the taunting thing after this.
Yeah.
Check this shit out.
I just, for the record, not a fan of it.
Here you go. There it is. There's no volume here. So look, he runs by him, and then there's the flag.
Well, he's already reaching at before that point.
Yeah, but
they made it a point last night to go back, even live game. They went through the replay and they watched it. They said, look, the flag wasn't because of the bump.
The flag wasn't the bump. He was already grabbing the flag. But why does he throw his ass into his hips?
He's a prick.
Watch. This is Tony Correnti, who's the head of fucking official here. This guy is supposed to be a nonpartisan, just out there to call the game however he sees it, and he does this fucking shit. I mean, look at this. Look.
No, he's already reaching.
Hands on the flag, throws his ass to him, and then throws the flag. That's bullshit, dude.
Did he want just like a double down fucking penalty in case the taunting
I don't know what the fuck that was.
Could contact with the
that
ref?
was some fucking clown show ass behavior by the officials. I'm not saying Correnti should lose his job, but he should definitely be disciplined.
Suspension for 100%.
And if the NFL wants to restore any credibility,
integrity, anything,
or have any integrity in this issue, thank you, good word. They need to have full fucking transparency into whatever the fuck that was last night. Because that was bullshit. And it wasn't just me. It was not me, Joey Fat, sitting here chirping about some random one-off. No. I've been chirping about this shit for the last 10, 15 fucking years. Now all you dipshits are starting to fucking catch up.
It's bad this year. That taunting thing gets used for anything.
Anything. It's so bad. It's almost worse than targeting in fucking college.
What did I say when they instituted this taunting
We
rule?
all said it.
It's just another tool for the NFL to control the outcome of games.
Yep.
Sean alluded to it a minute ago with Caesars Palace Sportsbook being a primary sponsor of the NFL. Remember for years, up until like 2, 3, 4 years ago,
2017, 2018.
Remember those commercials? What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Yeah. Those commercials never aired. Were never allowed to air during NFL games because they didn't want to give the notion away that the NFL and Vegas were closely tied together.
Anyway, affiliated.
That they were affiliated. There was 10 years ago. If you would ask me to bet my life if there would be a team in Vegas, I would have said no. Because the NFL was distancing itself from Vegas.
Absolutely.
Right.
Now, they're in bed with Vegas.
Right.
So guess what you've got from here on out?
Bullshit games.
What did you see last night?
Bullshit games.
The officials won that game. What was it? 12 penalties for 150 yards or something like that?
Insane, dude.
Versus, I think it was 5 penalties for 30 yards on the Steelers.
Yeah.
Dude, it's the most. I know it's the Bears, but the Bears should have won that game. And I know we have the other video pointed up right there with the blocking call, what we were referencing earlier. And while you're pulling that up, I just want to say he has to be suspended. Tony Correnti has to be suspended. Talk about integrity, you talk about air pressure, you talk about ball pressure, you talk about all this other bullshit in the past. And there is absolutely no way you have a ref on video making a ridiculous ass-giving motion like, ah!
Yeah.
And he's like, oh,
right. This ain't Donahue in the fucking NBA.
Is
it Donahue? Yeah,
it was.
Donahue.
This is the closest to a cheating scandal the NFL has video proof of. Because...
Right, maybe like the very skin deep, like, wait, we might have just caught something. You know what I'm saying? Like, type.
If the NFL doesn't investigate this and suspend or fine that referee, then Vegas is like, we didn't say shit. We need you to cover 3 points next week.
All right,
you just know that Vegas has mad money.
Well, let's take a look at this other bullshit call. No volume again, so there you have it. And
I did no volume on purpose.
Look, he lunges at T.J. Watt. This is who they're calling it on. He lunges at T.J. Watt, misses him entirely. I mean, this is asinine.
Looks like he clipped him a little bit.
No.
Doesn't even touch him, dude.
That's what I meant by point of contact. I'm like, when he maybe touches TJ, is he out of the box or is he?
Nope, in the box.
But does it matter?
Well, there's the box.
That's what I'm saying.
He's in the box. So there you have it. I mean, that to me right there is absolute that took a touchdown for the Bears off the board because Fields hits Jimmy Graham for a touchdown on that play.
Bingo.
And they take it off the board. Again, Paul, how long have I been saying this? Listen, the Patriots get a lot of calls in Foxborough or wherever they go.
Not anymore.
The Steelers were always a very close second.
I like that, but that home cooking.
There's a reason why I fucking loathe the Steelers. I hate the Steelers, hate their fans, hate everything about them.
The Bears, to me, are almost like one of those like non-existent football teams. Like they mean nothing to me. I don't care about them.
Irrelevant.
I give a fuck. They're completely irrelevant. Last night, I found myself rooting way harder for the fucking Bears than I ever thought I would. I looked at the Steelers last night and I was like, wow, dude, like, I look at you like 06, like 7 Texans. Like, I fucking hate you. Like, I don't like the Steelers whatsoever. And it was ever since that fucking that game 2 years ago, I think it was, 2019, right before, or 2020 maybe. I think it was lockdown because I was still at Sousa. I noticed all the fucking home cooking that fucking the Steelers got in that game. And I'm like, wow, this is ridiculous. And then it, like, kind of hit me. Over all the years I've watched home Steelers games, I'm like, son of a bitch, man. I'm like, these guys are the number one fucking team that gets away with the illest bullshit with the fucking refs.
And they do. The Steelers have always gotten away with just nonsensical bullshit, and I don't know why. I mean, granted, I do know why. It's the East Coast bias thing, right? Okay, it's like when you look at how many Steelers are in the Hall of Fame, how many Giants, how many Patriots, how many Jets, all these guys. And then go look at how many Broncos that outperform all the Steelers guys that aren't in the Hall of Fame. I'll go to my deathbed fucking fighting that fight. It will never change.
Right.
That being said, the Steelers have always gotten the benefit of the doubt.
Well, it's weird to me because, like, with the NFL, like, I kind of, like, relate this to hockey in a weird way with, like, the Steelers. Like, hockey has that, like, the original 6?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like the Steelers that like there's like an
they're
unsung
an
like
OG NFL
original
team.
OG, and they get that card. They get that I can play. We get the refs at home pretty much. That's the way it seems to me. Like Jacksonville ain't getting that fucking shit. Like
no, hell no.
Like I mean, maybe like the Niners might, maybe but like old school OG teams get. But the Steelers are the worst and most obvious ones.
The Steelers for whatever reason, I don't know if it's because of Rooney or whatever, but like the Steelers have like I felt like the NFL like they baby the Steelers
big time.
And they hook the Steelers up whenever they can, unless it's against the Patriots, in which case the Patriots are like, oh, well, fuck you.
Right.
No, we got the Patriots.
Their geographic location is not exciting.
It's wild
whatsoever.
to me, though. It's wild.
Right.
You go objectively watch a Steelers game, and I'm not even saying last night. Last night was an extreme example.
Bad. Wicked bad.
Because they just, apparently the NFL officials don't give a fuck.
If I'm noticing things that much, if I'm noticing bad calls, it's a fucking bad game. I'm just saying. And I was sitting there beside myself.
There's a difference, though, between bad calls and in just, like, blatant disregard for one team. Like, you're like...
Steelers really need this third down. Oh, holding there, huh? You're like, no shit.
Imagine if the refs
even Steve Levy was like, oh, man, of course there's another flag on the play.
Right. They were even talking about
the Monday Night Football crew, when the announcers start having to acknowledge it, it's getting bad because they're doing damage control. They're all Steve Levy and those what's his name in the boot and Greasy in the boot. They're there to do damage control.
Right.
They're like, oh shit, like
at that point
we're company men here. We're gonna make sure that we make them look good.
Right.
What about I've lost my train of thought. Shit. Continue on. I fucked.
Anyway.
Yeah.
When those guys start doing it, it's fucked up.
Yeah, it was a sign of relief when I woke up this morning and saw all the social media outcry about how shitty the game was last night because I'm like, thank God it's not just me. Like, maybe I'm learning something.
No, you're good. I was gonna say I was making a joke where what if the referee flopped? Like if
he like blew his like put LeBron James on the field.
Who the fuck does Tony Correnti think he is? Like sticking his ass into a fucking
You see how much pizzazz?
linebacker like that.
And that's not like OBJ. That's not some big. That's just a fucking practice squad.
You're
Kim
picking on a
can't-
fucking dude who just got come up off the practice squad.
Probably cashing the biggest game check.
I know
of his
there are
life
people in
tonight.
New England who fucking hate him because
His
you know,
life.
Nice things.
you know, people. Yeah, there are people in New England who said, you know, fuck him, he deserves it. You know, he taunted him. He should have just made the play and walked back to the sidelines and done what he did because they're mad because he said New England wasn't a fun place.
Excuse me
to,
for being observant.
Well,
No,
because they're mad because he said New England wasn't a fun place to play. And
It
he had
wasn't.
He had some parting shots at Bill Belichick and the Patriots
Yeah,
dynasty,
he said, fuck
which
this
to
era.
some people is basically, you know, I mean, is defecating on, you know, like the Pope's grave. I don't know.
Yeah.
But really cool thing about him, like even like minus all the hate, like he's like a really big nerd. Like he doesn't like hanging out in groups like that. He goes home and he like collects like Magic the Gathering. That's like his big thing that he's into.
Who's this?
Cassius
Marsh.
Oh.
He's a big Magic the Gathering guy.
I mean, I could tell
And
because he had full colored
He
sleeves.
looked like a
And
fucking.
it's all Magic the Gathering characters.
He looked like a weird
He was like a caveman.
No, not Mac. What the fuck is that?
Macklemore?
Macklemore. Thank you. That's all I could think of every time I saw him last
he
night.
looked like
I'm
a wildling
he looks
from
like
Game of
Macklemore.
Thrones, didn't he? Look like a wet
hair,
wildling.
I guess.
Yeah.
I don't watch Game of Thrones. I didn't watch it.
Well, guess what? It's over. So.
Yeah, I know.
You didn't
I'm
miss
not
much.
gonna either.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
I know the
ruined it.
sleeves were tight though. I was like, damn, he's got.
You
some
can watch
contrast
up
in there.
until the second episode of the last season.
No,
After
just
that,
don't even watch
shut
the last
up.
season. Just end it at 7.
Yeah, true.
That's it. Don't watch the last season at all.
I don't get the hatred.
I'm
for this.
still so fucking mad about the end of Game
Me
of
too.
Thrones.
I don't want to talk about it.
I know we did weekly updates podcast for that.
And then we just stopped. We were like, fuck.
Was the ending of Game of Thrones similar to the ending of the Pittsburgh
Worse.
Chicago game?
Worse. It's so bad. No one talks about Game of Thrones anymore.
Yeah.
They were just like, "Oh, I'm never gonna let
It
anybody know I
legitimately
actually watch that."
it
It
took
made no sense.
it took Game of Thrones from like one of the greatest like pop culture
Yes.
phenomenons that we had experienced.
George
to
R. R. Martin almost
nothing.
ended up like Star Wars guy. With
No.
George Lucas.
He came out and said it was so bad. He came out and said that's not my ending of the book. Like he didn't even finish writing the books yet. He came out. And,
he's like backpedal.
he came out and he's like yo, fuck HBO. It was like,
They fucking botched that shit harder than Tony Romo botched.
dude, I'm not gonna. Do you care?
in Seattle.
Are you ever
in a
gonna watch
playoff
it?
game.
Are you ever gonna watch it?
No.
Okay. So I'm gonna say it. So spoiler alert for people that haven't watched it yet. It's been like 3 years.
No,
now.
It's been over now
we're
for a while.
past spoiler
If you haven't
alerts.
watched it yet, fuck you. Don't listen.
The ending was they're like the king, of course, is this handicapped kid. They're like he has the best story, and I'm like literally he's the worst fucking person to have. For
And
the
we
story.
called it on the show. We did it because we did our Game of Thrones podcast. And I said, watch, they're going to take the laziest fucking way and they're going to make Bran the fucking president. And I'm like,
the president.
or whatever. and they were like, and then sure as shit that happened. I was just like,
All right,
It was so bad.
2 questions that I need to answer from Game of Thrones, and I don't really care.
Yep.
A, what happens to the crazy white zombie guy, the Snow King
Killed.
guy? Dead? He died?
Meaninglessly.
Arya kills him.
Arya kills him.
Because she
What happens
just
to her?
had sex.
What happens to her?
She just goes on a boat.
She just gets on a
Travels.
boat and
Okay,
leaves.
and her dragons?
That's not. That's
no,
not
no,
Arya.
no, no, no. That's not Arya.
Daenerys.
Yeah. What happened to the dragons?
Dead.
Who's the porn
They
star
killed the
that looks
dragons?
like Daenerys? Remember they did the Game of Thrones porn thing?
I don't know the point of girl's name. I have no idea.
The little blonde that she dresses up like.
Piper Perry?
No idea.
That rings a bell.
That's really hilarious. You know the name.
No.
No, but there was a girl that dressed up like Daenerys, and she's like, oh yeah, she's like, I'm Daenerys. I'm gonna watch her get railed by like some Jason Momoa looking.
So-
dude. Like,
so-
With like a
sweet.
boar's head mask
Yeah.
on, like for no reason. Like
He's got like a Pikachu head on. Like, what the fuck? This isn't Game of
They
Thrones.
just don't care anymore.
He's like, I don't give a shit.
That's all we had in the
The
back.
Game of Thrones writers didn't give a shit, so neither do I.
yeah, here's a hollowed out pumpkin. It's
Listen.
October. Put this on.
Jon Snow was basically that was her nephew.
Yeah. They had sex.
They had sex.
Right?
Yep.
Sex.
Whatever. They didn't know. He kills her. The dragon all of a sudden has emotions and goes, "Fuck this throne!" and just like breathes fire on the throne and burns the throne to like the ground.
Melt
and
it.
flies
The big metal one with all the swords?
Yeah.
Oh.
The dragon doesn't kill Jon Snow. Just gets like so mad. He's like, "I'm gonna punch a hole in a wall," and does that and flies away.
With Daenerys' carcass.
Yeah.
I thought Jon Snow was supposed to sit on the big metal throne of swords.
Nope.
That was what I was waiting for the whole time to see it, and it didn't happen.
No, that's what everybody else thought was going to happen, too.
Fuck that
Didn't fucking happen.
Literally any character.
Watch Yellowstone.
Any character would have been better than Bran. Any character.
I called it, though. I said
Anyone.
I said it. Go back and listen to our Game of Thrones specials that we did. I called it.
It made it meaningless. It made it like no one cared.
Yeah, it did. But anyway, let's get back to football because we've done enough Game of Thrones shit here.
God damn it.
I know. Now we're all pissed off. We got 24 minutes left, Sean. What do you want to hit next? Well,
so fucking mad.
Let's take a look here at here. Let me give you. I'm playing Brookside tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you a live look at how my golf game's gonna go tomorrow. You ready for this? Here's me tomorrow. This is me. Yep, there I am in the water, and I'm gonna go ahead and chip this shit because look at me. I'm good. I'm a good golfer. And I'm going to go ahead and yeet. I fucked that up.
That was the best.
That's a live look in at my golf game tomorrow. Even though there's only one, I think maybe 2 water holes.
She spent so much time.
You know the last time that sucks was I hit a fucking nuke last time at Brookside, and I thought I drove the green, and I came up like a fucking 3 inches short. And I was like, God damn it, in the water. But nonetheless.
I love her enthusiasm. She's like, she rolls up her pants, gets in the water. She's like, I'm going to nail this. Ploop. Right back in the water. All that for nothing.
Man. She's like, oh, God damn it. That was so close. I almost had it. That's going to be me tomorrow, except that's going to be a fucking like $4 Pro V1 or
it's supposed to
I
be
don't know.
60 tomorrow.
Well, I'm playing on the Cape, though, so it's probably going to be at least 5 degrees cooler, maybe 10.
I know what we can talk about next. We can talk a little bit about how do you feel about, we didn't talk about this, how do you feel about the Mac Jones hurting intentionally?
All right, so let's do Mac Jones.
Okay.
Let's do the Mac Jones ankle twist, Von Miller, and then I want to go on a little rant about the Broncos.
All right.
All right.
Do you want to throw Morris in there? How Morris stole Mike Kendrick Perkins' defense? All right. Marquise Morris,
yeah.
Marquise Morris. Last night they called him in, like the end of the game. He's like the last guy on the bench.
No, they did it?
Yeah, I have the video. You have the video. And they're playing, was it Djokovic was out there? And he just went out there.
Oh, yeah.
He just beat the shit out of him, and he was like, fuck this dude.
All right, well, let's do the Joker thing real quick.
And I was like,
watch this shit.
They're stealing my ideas.
This is fucking amazing.
Oh, so Morris.
Boom! He just fucking yokes him. Watch. Look, he's like, oh, I'm shooting this half-court three. Oh, no, you're not.
So
fuck you. And then Joker's like, BAM! He ended up catching a 1 game for that. Joker did.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Where'd Morris get?
Nothing. Joker caught a game. I don't know. Did you give me grapefruit juice?
Yeah, I filled it with the wrong shit.
Paul, you gotta watch this video.
Paul filled it up with Pampelona
First of
juice.
all, I've been saying for years.
Pamplemousse.
I've been saying for years in the show. I even said it as early as last week. You get your shittiest player on the NBA bench out there. Just have him attack the best player.
Yeah, the ringer.
Yep, and it happened the other day.
Sean wants his goons. Here we go.
I want to see this.
Oh, so Morris banging Jokic.
Oh,
I love Tyler Harrow coming over like he's gonna do something
bitching after.
No, he starts stepping to Joker like he's gonna do something. It's like, bro,
it's like, dude, your boy hit me first,
bro. You look like a 12-year-old white boy in the NBA. Like, why don't you just calm down, stay in your lane, homie? Okay, stay in your lane.
That's hilarious.
All right, so let's do that. All right, now let's do the Mac Jones ankle twist. So this was a big. All right, first of all, Sean, I want to say this. The Patriots are back. Take a look at the Fat Boys. I mean, Patriots. Do. Remember that? The Fat Boys are back.
Yeah, were they cheating again?
No, the Patriots are back. Listen, I'm telling you right now, the Patriots are back. And I really kills me to say this, but y'all missed a month and a half? A month?
1 season.
Yeah, but that's a given. But y'all it took you a month and a half to get back in the swing
with a
of things?
rookie.
With a rookie?
And
right here, buddy.
Nope. First of all,
actually, no, I'm gonna go old school.
Yeah, you're pissed. Yeah, I know.
I'm really pissed off. So I'm gonna get way up there.
First of all,
way up there.
We could probably end up 12-5.
Look at that. I'm stretching my.
Which is
phenomenal
with a rookie.
I'm stretching my fucking tendons so hard right now. I can't stretch these anymore.
So why'd Mac Jones try and trip that guy?
Patriot fans, because you have no fucking idea what it is to lose. You spoiled fucking brats. I fucking hate you.
No, you should hate your old boy John Lynch out in San Francisco who said, I'm taking Tway Lance. And Joe Montana shit on John Lynch and Shanahan.
I am so.
Did you hear Joe Montana's comments?
I honestly felt bad for the kid. I was like, wow, that blows like a
Montana was like, yeah, the kid's got some
like,
talent.
Like the Hall of Famer, not Troy Aikman, but the Hall of Famer fucking Montana was just like, yeah, this kid's shit. I would have been like,
no, he didn't say that. He goes, oh, the kid's got some talent, but he goes, he's not a real quarterback like Mac Jones.
I wouldn't have went with him. Yeah, he's like, I would have went with Mac Jones. I was just like, wow, that kid must feel like absolute dog shit. That like the emperor of his team in is just like, yeah, fuck you, kid. I would have went with somebody else. I would have been like, oh man.
He pulled a Randy Jackson.
All he wanted was just probably approval and like.
Didn't get it. Didn't get it. And it was
a
good
no
reason.
For me, dog.
Mac Jones is the best rookie quarterback to come out of this class. I did say before the draft there was like 2 or 3 places Mac Jones could land where he would excel immediately. New England was number 1. Mm-hmm. Sean can back me up on that. Mm-hmm. Just throwing it out there.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, I know things.
I think Mac Jones is going to be good in the future. I think he's built to handle pressure situations. You know what I mean?
Dude,
like I think he does well. I mean,
that Jet fan on draft night. I know I posted that video a while ago. Look at his fucking walk. He was so mad.
He's like, this man means fucking business, and we are fucked.
Yeah, dude.
And he does, because Mac Jones is a fucking great talent. Mac Jones is exactly what the Patriots needed. Post Cam Newton, because. Look, if Mac Jones had been drafted a year ago to replace Brady, it would have been a terrible situation. You never want to be the guy to replace the guy. Cam Newton was the bridge guy. You had to have that. So the Patriots have had, what, a season and a month?
Yep.
About the Colts length. Now let's see if Mac Jones can last longer than Andrew Luck.
Yeah, a season and a month of misery and like, oh, fuck, and 90% of your fans have already fucking jumped and bailed. They're all rocking Tampa Bay jerseys now, which is just disgusting.
We know a few.
Frauds.
We know a few.
Yeah.
But let's take a look at this. Let's take a quick look at this. This Mac Jones, because Mac Jones now all of a sudden he's got a reputation. He's a dirty player.
He's a cheater.
He's cheating. He's a
it wasn't
typical
Darren Sproles.
Patriot bullshit.
Who was it that said? There's no place in the game for you. Oh fuck, dude.
About Mac Jones?
Yeah. There's no place for you in this game or something like that. You're a cheater. Blah blah blah. He just fucking Darian Sharper, mate. No, Darren.
No, it was not Darren Sharper.
No, he's
Darren
dead.
Sharper. No, Darren Sharper's not dead.
Oh wait, all right.
He went on that huge rape spree.
But whatever, who cares? Doesn't matter.
Who the fuck? What? I know it begins with a D. I can't remember. I saw it today and I was just like, wow.
I feel like I can see his face, but I can't put my finger on
Dominique
his
Wilkins.
Maybe it was.
No, he's basketball.
Dominique Wilkins is fucking.
Yeah, that's it. Any guy with a D.
Yeah. Anyway, take a look at this play and let me know what you think. There's no audio here, so we can keep talking.
I think there is audio.
No, there's no audio.
Oh, okay.
So look, Mac Jones is down and he sees this guy and he's like, "Give me your ankle, bitch," and he just rolls this dude to the ground by his ankle. I mean, pretty fucking textbook shit right there. And then of course the dude's flopping around on the ground trying to sell. Like, oh my god, my fucking ankle.
He missed. I'll play.
I'll play.
Yeah,
all this writhing around. Look, watch. There he is. Now watch. You're like, oh, I got him. And now watch right here at the end. Look at him grab it, and he's like, "Oh my God, I'm writhing in agony."
That's a flop.
Flopping. Leave that shit in the NBA. Leave that shit on the soccer field. We don't need that bullshit in the NFL, bro. Seriously.
So do you know the next? Mac Jones had no idea this was a thing until the next morning when he was on, I think, EEI or whatever like that. They did a call, and they're like, "Hey, do you see all the backlash you're getting?" He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "I saw it overnight." And he goes, "He hit me really hard." And he goes, "I dropped the ball." And he goes, "I thought he just picked it up and he was trying to run away, so I grabbed his legs." He's like, "All right."
Fair explanation.
And then they told him, they're like, "You know it's a penalty?" And he goes, Well, I goes, I'll take the penalty instead of him running 30 yards with the ball. Made sense. Like,
yeah,
I'm sure Mike Tomlin would have taken the penalty over him scoring a touchdown, you know?
Yeah.
You know? I don't blame the guy.
So, I mean, like, it was a heads-up play, and he's like, and he was honest. He was like, yeah, he goes, he just knocked me out, and he goes, I rolled over, I grabbed him. I goes, I thought he had the ball, and he was taking off with it. He goes, fuck it, like, whatever. Like, I love this kid so far. He's just like a random dude. They just had thrown quite. He reminds me of what's his name from The Replacements?
The Joe Flacco.
Not Joe Flacco.
Falco. No, Falco.
Falco.
Shane Falco.
Shane Falco.
Yeah, I knew it.
Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, it's fucking Shane Falco over here.
Joe Flacco. Shane Falco. Whatever.
I like Mac Jones. I thought he was good. You know, I thought he was the real deal, and I might call it a little early, but when he played against Tampa, when he had 18 straight completions in a rain game against Brady coming back, like a big situation, he kind of showed up, and I'm
prospered,
like, I'm like, damn, he's like fucking getting the job done. You know what I mean? Like right now, he's at that stage where he might not win you the game, but he's not gonna lose it for you either. Which
and that's big for Belichick.
That's it.
I mean, you go back to a week ago when they played the Chargers. That was the worst game Mac Jones has played all year, and they still won that game.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
So don't look now, but here come the Patriots.
The
bark,
Jones
bark.
train. Yeah. No shit.
Here they come.
McCorkle. That's his name.
Because this is the first time since we've done this show, the first time since this show's inception, that the Patriots are having to make a comeback of some sort.
Or with a brand new franchise
Granted,
quarterback.
it was only a year. It only took they took a year off, and we were like, oh, God damn it. And, you know, we only got a year's worth of breath of fresh air. And now we've got to sit here and deal with the fact that Bill Belichick is the greatest coach of all time in any fucking sport. And anyone who says otherwise is either A, not paying attention, or B, just stupid.
Yeah, Pete.
I never thought. I never thought.
Damn, you got to roast him like that.
I know.
I never thought we would be.
Who'd you rather have sex with?
Jesus. I never thought we would be.
I'm an island boy.
Wow, he's just on it. Yeah.
I never thought we'd be like that back. I thought it would take like a couple years, like 2-3 years, and we'd have like a good team again. Not like the next year. Shit.
Right. It usually takes.
Why? We did it.
I don't know. I mean, it's taken Miami since 1999 to figure it out.
I mean,
it's taken San Francisco since 98 to figure it out. I mean, it took Denver 13 years to figure it out.
Does San Fran actually count because they thought they figured it out with Colin Kaepernick and they just didn't?
No. I was saying they didn't figure it out.
You thought they figured it out with Jimmy? You thought?
No. I mean, it's. I'm saying they haven't figured it out since then. I'm sorry. I missed. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I see where you got that from.
How I picked that up, I don't know. But
no. I see where you got it from because I said it took them since 1998 to figure it out.
Right.
They still haven't figured it out.
Right.
Okay, they haven't replaced.
Well, they made it
Steve
with
Young.
Kaepernick, and they made it what?
But they haven't replaced Steve Young.
2 years
They
ago?
haven't. But they don't have a franchise. They haven't had a franchise quarterback since Steve Young.
No, and Jimmy G's a bitch.
The Dolphins haven't had a franchise quarterback since Marino. The Broncos have had 2 franchise quarterbacks, with Elway and Manning. And
I picture
that's it.
Joey now on every Sunday watching Teddy Two Gloves, like that SpongeBob meme where he's like dried out with the eyes fucking like bloodshot.
That's
like
him.
every day he watches, every Sunday Joey's just like that SpongeBob meme.
So let's talk about that bullshit in Dallas real quick.
I don't know what
that
was.
I don't know who the Broncos think they fucking are. Going into Dallas and absolutely dominating the fuck out of the Cowboys. One of the best offenses in the league, one of the best teams in the league, and then you go into Dallas and you just drop your dick on their shoulder. First of all, how dare you? Second of all, who the fuck do you think you are? What the fuck are we doing right now? All we're doing, you got Vic Fangio coming out. They're giving Javonte Williams the fucking ball, which they should have been doing for the last fucking 8 weeks, and we'd probably be fucking 7-1 or 6-2 right now. But no, we can't do that. No. We got to let Teddy Two Gloves throw it 40 fucking times every goddamn fucking week. That fucking retard behind under center. And then you got fucking Tim Patrick, who they're like, nah, we're not going to throw him the ball. Fuck him. And then all of a sudden they start throwing him the ball, and it's like, oh, wow, look at that Tim Patrick. He's basically Chase Claypool, but better, but nobody knows because he doesn't play in Pittsburgh. He doesn't get all the fucking knob slopping.
Right, Roethlisberger's not throwing the ball. It's Teddy Two Gloves.
Well, not even that. It doesn't fucking matter.
Right.
I mean, listen, at this point, I take Teddy Two Gloves over Roethlisberger. Roethlisberger's fucking hot garbage. That dude's
washed up.
When I say washed, I mean fucking good God, dude. Like, he should have hung it up 2 years ago, not last year.
Yeah.
That being said, who the fuck do the Broncos think they are?
They need to pick one. Playoffs?
You get rid of Von Miller.
Playoffs or draft pick? Which one do you want?
Right, but now you go into Dallas and you not only beat Dallas, you curb stomped the fuck out of Dallas. You were shutting them out until 7 minutes to go in the game.
No O-line.
With both tackles out, you lose Graham Glasgow for the season, which, again, this fucking coaching staff in Denver, I don't understand it. Hey, you know what? We got perfect conditions. Yeah. Brandon McManus, he's hit 65, 66 yarders in warm-ups. Let's let him go out and try a 66-yarder here to close out the half. Let's let him go out and hit a bomb. Maybe he'll tie the NFL record at 67. Who knows? Maybe he can do it. Maybe he's got the leg. Maybe he's got it. Nah, fuck that. Let's let Teddy Bridgewater go out there and run around like a fucking moron.
And get sacked.
For 4 fucking seconds. And then get sacked. And then we lose Graham Glasgow to a fucking season-ending knee injury because he's trying to block for this fucking two-glove-wearing midget who can't even fucking reach the end zone at that point.
Right.
Fucking McManus' leg could have fucking kicked the ball further than Bridgewater's arm could have thrown it. What the fuck are you doing, Vic Fangio? You fucking fuck.
Even if fucking Bridgewater could have reached the end zone, he would have checked down for 8 yards anyway and been like, fuck it.
Teddy was just like, he's like, all right, I got 5 guys open in the end zone. What's it, 3rd and 13? Oh, there's the running back underneath for 6.
Yeah, I got 5 guys open in the end zone. Hey, isn't anybody going to cover them? Nah. Yo, hey, you want to get over before I throw it, please?
Hey, guys, I'm about to throw it. Him.
Yeah, him. Hello.
You see how open he is? You. Get over here.
Cover him, please.
Get over here. Get over here. I'm gonna throw it. Get over here.
He's so bad.
All right, now I'll throw. Dirt ball on the ground. Oh shit. Graham Glasgow's done for the season. Bam, damn, bro, bad hit. Fuck off. Listen. We didn't get to talk a whole lot about Von Miller to the Rams last week because we got enveloped in a lot of other shit.
I think it was like that day it happened though, didn't it?
The day after?
No, it was that day. Yeah, it was that day.
Early in the morning, right?
So what we should point out to our listeners, our faithful listeners,
yes,
is that Von Miller, since he's come in the league, is number 4 in quarterback pressures. Aaron Donald is number 1. So you have Aaron Donald and Von Miller, who are number 1 and 4, respectively.
Who got
in
drafted first?
Quarterback. Von Miller did a year or 2 before Aaron Donald. Those are the 2 of the top 5 leading defensive players in quarterback pressures since they've been in the league. Now, is Von Miller 2015 Von Miller? No, he is not. Will Von Miller look like 2015? Will he look like 2015 DeMarcus Ware in L.A. on Sunday when he makes his debut? Absolutely. Because while he doesn't have, like, Von Miller, like DeMarcus Ware had Von Miller on the other side, in this scenario, Von Miller has Aaron Donald on the inside, who is going to be eating up tons of double teams, and they're not going to be able to double team both of them. The Rams have gone all in, ladies and gentlemen. They have gone all in. I know they got
picks.
They got their dicks kicked in by the Tennessee Titans.
Hilarious photo, by the way.
Yeah.
On Sunday night, which
how I don't know. Stafford came out looking like shit
with no chocolate stud pony, bro.
I know.
I'm not saying the Titans are the best team in the AFC, but they're pretty close. They're pretty close. I mean,
they showed up big, dude.
The AFC might run through Cashville when all this is said and done. I mean, that might be your 1 seed in the AFC.
Trying to think of NFC who's gonna.
No, AFC.
I know, but I'm trying to think of on the other
NFC,
side.
NFC, there's 5-6 teams. I mean, you got Tampa, Green Bay, the Rams, Arizona, fucking, I don't know, name a fucking team. Who cares?
Right.
The Saints, I don't give a shit. Whatever. The Cowboys. You know, I know they just got their dicks kicked in by Denver of all fucking teams.
That was that one whoopsie fucking stupid fucking mid.
That's what I want to say. If you're a Cowboys fan, do not fret over this loss. You needed this loss.
Dave stopped texting me like halfway through.
Be thankful for this loss.
No.
Because every great team that goes on to win a Super Bowl has one of these losses on their resume. I really feel like that. Not every one of them, but a lot of them have this loss on their resume where they're like, how the fuck? And like, you know, it's like when the Broncos, they were 13-0 and they lost to the Giants in the Meadowlands in 98. Or, you know, when, I don't know, the Chiefs lost, I think it was like to the Bengals in 2003 when they were like 9-0 or something like that. And you're like, huh.
Any given Sunday, bro.
Yeah, I
you
mean,
know?
Listen, I wouldn't be really upset if I was I mean, I'd be upset if I was a Cowboys fan because they lost a game that they should have won.
Right.
However, it's not as bad as you think it is.
Right. You got to take a couple bruises through the fight.
You're gonna have one of those games every year. This was one of those games. The Broncos literally played their best game of the season.
Yep.
As good as they could have played. Maybe even exceeded their talent level. And the Cowboys played one of their worst games of the year.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I
said, there was no O-line on the fucking on Dallas side. There was
Right,
no offensive line.
I'm like, wait, so you trade Von Miller away and now all of a sudden you're getting pressure up the ass?
Crazy.
Like, what?
That's exactly how it works.
Listen, don't get me wrong.
Chemistry, bro. It's all about chemistry.
I said it, what was it, 2 or 3 weeks ago before the trade deadline. I said Von Miller was going to get traded from the Broncos if they had lost that game to, was it the Raiders? I think it was the Raiders.
I was going to say Oakland.
Because
Las Vegas.
Von Miller is what you call a luxury item in the NFL. He's a guy that you love to have him on your roster if you're a great team and you can add a guy like Von Miller. Absolutely. But if you're a bad team, guys like Von Miller, Khalil Mack, even Aaron Donald when the Rams weren't good, they go they put up their numbers, but they go widely unnoticed because
they
it's
just get soaked up in the suck.
Right, and they tend to embrace the suck. Those guys are luxury items. They're like wide receivers on great teams. It's like when you have a great team and you trade for a Terrell Owens, you're like, oh baby, what a sexy new toy.
Right.
Oh yeah, let me flick that bean a little bit. That's what you get with Von Miller. Von Miller is an absolute game wrecker, impact player. But no one cares if you're wrecking games and you're fucking 5-11.
Very true.
No one gives a shit
Right.
if you're wrecking games when you're 9-7
So, yeah, no one cares.
or 8-8. No one gives a shit. But when you're wrecking games and you're 12-4, and then you get to the playoffs and you start wrecking games like Vaughn did in 2015, that's a different story. Which is why I still think the Rams are probably going to the Super Bowl, and they're probably, in my eyes, right now, they are, as of Week 9, my odds-on pick to win it. I'm going Rams,
if healthy.
Bills. Obviously, health is
Right.
implied.
I mean, most
I
talent.
have no faith in Buffalo. That's just me.
I got Rams, Bills in the Super Bowl, and in which case I will be completely fine.
I don't see the Bills going.
Really? Like, who do you see in the AFC outside the Titans?
Dude, it's a roll of the dice, honest to God.
I don't know.
I mean, I know the Bills had a rough game on Sunday, but that's the
Yeah.
Madden. That's the Monday night.
Dude, they've had a cakewalk.
That's the Monday night Manning curse.
They've had a cakewalk schedule, and they've struggled this year.
They really haven't, though. They've blown out teams for the most part.
They've blown out some teams. Hold on, I'm going to bring up the schedule right now.
I don't know. After watching Josh Allen
they lost to the
night
Titans.
the other day,
I'm
I
not
just
counting
was
the Titans.
like,
They blew that game on Sunday to the Jags, which, again, like I said, you're going to have those days.
Yes, you are. Absolutely.
You're just going to have them. It happens to all the great teams.
yeah. No,
Except for the 2007 Patriots. They decided to have their worst game of the year and the last game of the year, which is music to everybody else.
good for us. Yeah. No, I don't know. I just don't see. I don't know. I don't see the Bills making it. I could still see the Chiefs somehow squeaking their ass into something, get hot at the end of the season. They still got the talent.
So let's talk about the Chiefs real quick, because honestly, like with the Chiefs, you expect, because Mahomes is doing shit that he's not capable of doing. He thinks he can do it, but he can't do it. Eventually, you kind of expect that he'll like shake himself out of this funk and be like, okay, this isn't working. We got to go back to the drawing board.
Right.
It can't ride or die on my right arm every single fucking play.
Right.
I mean, granted, Travis Kelce looks like a shadow of his former self.
Yep.
Total bitch, but whatever. Pretty.
Fake-ass Ron Gronkowski.
Pretty. Really pretty. But yeah, he's a fake-ass Rob Gronkowski. Not my words.
Hey, is Gronkowski still playing or no?
He's questionable this week.
Oh, wow. Okay. Wow, big surprise there.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, I just wanted to say fuck you, because when you were dicking on me when I said I was tied for first place in Phil's league a couple weeks ago.
Hold on. You actually went to second place.
I'm in second place now.
You legitimately went to second place.
And guess who got the fucking high score of the week this week?
It was you.
It was. How did you guess? What gave it away?
I checked.
You didn't.
Of course I did. I check every week.
No, I gave it away.
I still have most points in that league by a lot.
You do. And I have the least points scored against me, which is terrible.
Which is fine.
No, that's bad.
I always do really well in Phil's league with picking teams. Like,
I'm terrible in Phil's league, and this is the only other time I've been this close was in 2013 when I had Peyton, DT, and Orange Julius.
Orange Julio.
But all right, guys, do you want to? Well, let's wrap it up there. We'll get it up there. We'll take it from there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else? Do we miss anything? Do we want to add?
I don't think so.
I know there was.
I'm
There was
sure
a, there
once
was,
the mics go off, we'll think of something. But that's like
yeah, there was a bunch we didn't get to. I want to give a shout out to my boy Kyle Larson, NASCAR Cup fucking champion this year. A year and a half ago, he was the one that was caught on the hot mic.
Hey, you know everyone can hear you, right?
Using the N-word to one of his boys, like saying, let's go, Nyaka. And he got, when the season came back after COVID, when COVID, I don't want to say ceased to be because it never really was. But when he came back and the league came back, he was suspended for the season. So he was out of NASCAR for an entire year. He got picked up by Hendrick Motorsports this year to be their fourth driver. He won 10 races and the fucking NASCAR Nextel Cup Championship.
That's crazy.
Which is fucking awesome. So this dude goes from canceled to champion.
Amazing how that happens, huh?
In a little less than 400 days.
Fuck the cancel culture.
And it was awesome to watch. And he not only did he win it, he dominated the entire season.
Damn, no shit, huh?
It wasn't like he snuck into the playoffs and got lucky. No, this man dominated from Daytona to Phoenix.
He was on a mission.
And it was absolutely fucking awesome to watch.
Speaking of NASCAR, what was up with that video with the NASCAR guy who was like beefing with another guy in the car?
That's what I was saying before, where he
that
looped
was
around
Alex
him and
Bowman.
nosed up.
So 2 weeks ago at Martinsville, Alex Bowman won the race because he nosed Denny Hamlin out of the way.
I don't get it. What does that mean?
Stuck the nose of his car
Yep.
into the ass end of Denny Hamlin's car.
Which is illegal?
No.
Okay.
It's not illegal.
It's not. It's just.
It's one of those.
It's frowned upon.
Rubbing is racing. It depends on what side of the fence you're on. Are you on the losing side? Fuck that. You're a bitch. You're a piece of shit. That's not racing. That's not gentlemanlike.
Just
but
watch
if you're on
Days
the
of
winning
Thunder.
side, hey, bro, racing is racing, motherfucker. Get out of the way.
So he tickled his butt.
Yep.
Out of the way.
Tickled his butt, loosened him up, but he kind of wrecked him at the end. So he spun him. He didn't just like you can do it. There's ways to do it. Like if you're faster than the car in front of you, you can put your nose into the ass end of the car in front of you and just get him to wiggle up the track and give you a lane. He went in a little hot, nerfed him in the ass.
Fuck out of my way.
And spun him.
Okay.
And
again, not illegal.
That's like flipping a bat when you smash a home run.
Well, you can't intentionally wreck somebody. That is a rule. You cannot drive in. I remember if you go back to 1991, Sears Point, Ricky Rudd, Davey Allison, Ricky Rudd drove in turn 11, spun Davey Allison out, and went and took the checkered flag in the number 5 Tide Ride, the Hendrick Motorsports Tide Ride at the time.
That was a dope car.
Fucking tight-ass car.
Yep.
And then Davey went and booted and finished second. And then NASCAR officials came in and said, nope, you can't do that. That's illegal. Davey wins the race. So Davey won that race.
Okay, so then fast forward to the end of the race.
Fast forward to this year.
Now, the guy's going to drive to the finish line and drive to the winner's circle. And this other guy was like, nope, and just like pushed him out of it.
Yeah, well, so.
No, they were still on the track. They weren't
They
down.
were still in the track. So usually, like, it's traditional for the winner to do a burnout and, some donuts, whatever. And Alex Bowman, he was facing the right way on the track. And Denny Hamlin pulled up and, like, tried to block him. So Bowman kind of went out and around and did a donut and ended up facing it, Denny Hamlin. And Denny Hamlin put his nose to the nose of the 48 car when he had won it, and then kind of like pushed him back, like did his own burnout, pushed him back to voice his displeasure with the tactic that he had used to get around him. Because at the time in the playoff situation, Denny was in the running for the Final Four to get into Denny needed to finish well in order to get to the Final Four at Phoenix for the final race of the season, which whoever finishes the highest wins the championship in that one race. It comes down to one race. Whoever places the best wins. Denny needed this race to get into that. It was very tight. There was like 7 drivers competing for that fourth and final spot. Mm-hmm. Bowman kind of nerfs him out of the way, and really, honestly, if things had gone differently, if he had really wrecked the car or busted the car, Denny's championship hopes would have been ruined right there in turn 4.
So someone comes on after he does it, and someone's like, "Come on, like you made your point, like get out of it." Like I missed like the pit crew chief was just like came on the radio and they had it like.
Well, that was Denny's crew telling Denny like, "Dude, look,
relax.
Big picture.
You made your point.
We've got one race left. We don't need any penalties. We don't need because if they dock us any points, we're done.
We're fucked."
Because they can do that. NASCAR can impose those kind of penalties.
Yep.
Because every race you win or wherever you finish in the race, you get awarded a certain amount of points.
I'm glad I asked.
NASCAR holds the ultimate ability to deduct points. So, like, instead of a 15-yard penalty, they can be like, minus 15 points.
So,
which can be, when you're talking about one race, that's it. You
over a championship.
You can win, and the next guy can finish 8th, and he's still going to beat you.
So I'm glad I asked because I was trying to read the comments on some of those videos, and the comments everywhere were like, "Yo, fuck that dude's tires," and I'm like, I don't what like sometimes
his
reading
tires.
People make a crazy comment.
Listen, brother, if it comes down to NASCAR, just ask me.
I know. I figured I'd talk to you in the show about it. And
fuck that dude's tires,
dude. And I think it's people just trolling like NASCAR fans.
Right. That's all it is.
Yeah, they don't know their ass on their elbow.
I can't tell if they're being serious or not because then people agree with that person, and I'm like, really lost, and I'm like. This is about tires? Like, I had no idea.
But that's the problem with Twitter. I had a guy on Twitter today with 0 followers and,
I love it.
And no profile picture, like, mouth off to me about Aaron Rodgers and his vaccine status. I'm like,
burn account? Really?
Yeah.
His account made in October 2021.
Thanks for the effort that you took out of your day to make a burner account to talk shit to me.
Fact. And I got like 5 new followers out of it.
Crazy, crazy amounts of players make burner accounts. Look at Kevin Durant.
I'm sure,
He gets to log out of his shit all the time.
Yeah. Man, did I tell you I was girlfriend? Oh, wait, no, that was real. Oh, wait, no, I don't know. I'm just
Dude, he should have just came out and said, "Hey, I'm gay." Whatever. Like, no one cares.
You know what? I'm
like
gay.
Joe Budden. Just come out like Joe Budden.
He would have
been.
They would have fucking thrown a parade for him.
Yeah.
If Mandate Taylor had been like, come on, like, you know what, guys, I actually don't have a girlfriend. That was a whole thing because I'm gay. They'd have been like,
yeah.
Oh, bro, so brave.
Yeah,
stunning.
But then he's like, my girlfriend committed suicide. And they're like, oh my god, like show us our obituary. Like we want to give up money to their family. He's like, no.
Nah.
Then you'd have like San Diego's fucking GM and the Raiders GM trying to play matchmaker. Be like, hey, Manta, have you ever seen this guy Carl? He's such a dish, you know. God damn it, we're gonna play football, people.
Have you ever my friend Carl? Carl, come over here.
Is that Nazip?
All right.
Is that Nazip? Yeah.
Let's get out of here, boys. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Be sure to give us a follow, Row 1, Seat 1. Be sure to tune in the next, I believe it's going to be next week, if not the week after for sure. We're going to be live on Twitch and YouTube as well as Facebook Live.
Can't wait for some 12-year-old kid to tell off Joey and tell him he eats shit.
It's going to happen.
He's like, eat shit.
Yeah.
1v1 me in Halo.
They're gonna look at you and they're gonna be like, sweet fucking straggly beard, you fat faggot. And I'm gonna be like, oh.
I'm gonna pwn you, you fucking noob. Actually, they wouldn't say that. That's like our lingo.
Although speaking of ponage, Halo comes out in 2 days.
Nice.
Dude, Joey can be like, yo, 1v1 me after this match right now.
Yeah, I know, right?
1v1 me.
After the podcast is over, 1v1 me. The kids would be like,
trained in special forces, bitch.
Yeah, I know, no shit. I think I'm gonna buy a Series X just to get Halo, because I don't feel like fucking around. I'll pay the $900.
I'm putting it on my Xbox One. I'm not paying.
I'll fucking do it.
I'm not. No.
And I'll just sit on it.
No, because you know why? Because because the $1,100 I'm going to have to spend for a Series X, that's $500 or $600 more that I could be spending at Lock and Load Miami in a month.
Oh yeah, I'm not talking about it now. Like,
oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Turned real Canadian.
No, I mean
speaking of Canadians, shout out to our boy Frankie fucking McDonald for calling in.
Yes,
Thanks,
thank you, Frankie. We love you, bro.
All right, guys, let's end it there. We'll see you next week. For Joey Fats, Mr. Sean Betancourt and Plizzy, I am Joey Fats. I said that twice. We'll see you next week.
Peace.
Adios.